And hello, everybody, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Aegyrian Adventurers Guild. I believe this is week 18. I'm your DM, Brad, joined today by my lovely players, and we are going to get right into the action with a recap of what happened last time. This week, Drake is in charge, so if you would please tell us what happened on the last episode.
Last time we had just finished dispatching the orcs, and we decided to explore the ruinous temple area they were in. We took a little break there too. We found a bunch of bodies that were there for probably hundreds of years, and we were looking around in the place. I believe that Asha and Friedrich were both in their own way beseeching the god of knowledge to bestow upon them his wisdom, because it was his temple that we were in. And then, some thunderstorms came over, and it was kind of spooky. And I believe a bolt of lightning struck a map to kind of point out to us where the dragon might be in Icespire Peak. I believe I actually also went on a little spiritual journey there, and I'll saw it sleeping. And then after that, we decided, let's go. We have to go to the lighthouse, and we took a little rest. And Asha also climbed on the roof and saw a big golden bell. And I was like, you know what? I could probably get that, but I almost pulled my back out trying to get up on the roof. So we left the bell there for now. Once we got to the area we currently are at, the lighthouse area, we saw a small, not actually small, in fact, a quite large crab waving at us from the beach. And I went down to talk to it, and apparently it does talk. It's an awakened crab, and its friend who awakened it, I believe, was like an elven druid of some kind, a sea elf, and she is no more, but her soul is trapped here because some creature stole her magic conch. And now we're currently in this tower trying to get the magic conch back. And we actually know where it is. It's right in this room over here. But there's a scary man in there who's like half dead, and it'll probably kill us all. So we're going to try to sneak up there and see if his heart is at the top of the tower, because we hear a ka-thump, ka-thump, ka-thump. And
It was very kafunky.
We also thought some harpies. What
Oh,
is
yeah,
harpies?
we did find those harpies, but nothing important happened. No one got charmed and almost fell to their death. So it was very easy, not scary.
Yeah,
No
zero issues.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, no one almost died by jumping off a cliff. That never happened at all, for sure.
Yes, and so go ahead and mark your point of inspiration, and we cut back here with the majority of the group gathered kind of at the base of this stairwell in this circular tower that's attached to the rest of the building. Nona has gone on up ahead to the next landing up to kind of investigate and scout out the rest of the tower, while you guys are attempting to sort of distract the resident lighthouse keeper, who seems to...
We are doing no such silly thing. Also, I have a question. Why haven't we explored, or at least tried to identify the lightning rod thingy in the room on this floor? We just saw it and then left it.
I just kind of thought it was a lightning rod system or whatever. I don't really give it much thought myself.
If it's an energy source and if we can turn it off, the defenses will turn off.
Listen, these words are too big for Friedrich, okay? You gotta voice them in character.
Classic.
No, but I'm curious, what do I have to do? I mean, I pretty much have no chance or no knowledge since it's not my area of expertise. But what do I have to do to try and identify the device in that room?
Well, I mean, if you wanted to head over there, you could definitely kind of walk over to that room and begin to take a look. You'd probably have to obviously you're not you don't have any sort of magical ability just to identify that thing, but you could probably try to take a look over it, run your hand across it or whatever, just trying to find any sort of indication.
I don't want to touch it.
Without touching it, it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult if you're just standing back.
Yeah, touch it. It'll be fine. Go ahead.
Give it
just
a
go
shot.
Touch it.
Try to see if you can
Yes.
come to some sort of inference.
For your generous advice.
Is that what you want to do? While Sug basically, like, when we left off, Sug was basically like, this guy had kind of like noticed your presence and kind of was roused. And the door was closed.
The deception was he lied successfully, and
Maybe.
when he said we're leaving.
Yeah, so he.
So let's suppose.
He was like, yeah, you know, Drake was like, oh yeah, we'll totally leave now in Orcish, speaking to this guy through the door, and made a deception check, the result of which, you know,
we don't know.
Only Brad
Whatever.
knows the truth.
It was met with sort of silence for the time being, but if you decide, Asha, that you would like to head over back that way to that room, you may certainly do so.
Yes, I'd like to. Nona is fine on her own. She has backup. Our 2 tanks are holding the door. I might as well try to do something useful.
Very well. So Asha heads over to that room. Sug, you're still at the door, like waiting to see, like, oh, did this guy buy it or what? Or wait for you to go. Just kind of like waiting for any like sign of like a response. Nona, you have traversed up the stairs to the first landing, and you can see when you arrive there, there is a sort of solid wooden door. It does not appear to have any sort of locking mechanism that you can see. So it's just a simple, like, you know, handled door.
I would like to peek inside.
Sure. Opening it up, you see that immediately the sort of area is filled with light from outdoors, as this seems to open up onto the rooftop of the like ground floor structure of this building, out of which the lighthouse sort of rises. Peeking outside, you can see, yeah, there's this sort of like enclosed roof area. There's like a little bit of like a railing kind of around it, and you see kind of over here at the bottommost part, there's basically this tall iron rod like sticking up out of the roof, like going through it, that ends kind of at this it's like little spiked tip, and it's actually like currently like buzzing a little bit with energy, having been recently like struck by lightning, and you can see there are dark clouds kind of like building in the sky up above you.
Nothing else.
Yeah, that is kind of all you see out here on the rooftop. I mean, other than, you know, bird droppings everywhere. It's kind of disgusting up here. It doesn't look like anyone's, you know, been there in a while.
Stairs keep going up?
Yes, they do seem to continue to spiral upwards.
Going up.
All right, so you begin to continue the climb. And this tower is pretty tall. So, you know, if you're taking your time, going carefully, it's going to take you a little bit to get up to the very top. You can see basically after this landing, the stairs just continue up until, like, they get to the very top. Like, seems to be quite a distance away. So, while you're doing that, Asha, you have stepped into this room. And again, we'll give you a brief sort of description of what therein lies. So you can see that there are a number of frescoes kind of carved into the walls around the room that have depictions of, like, ships being tossed on stormy seas with this sort of dark, terrible-looking figure. It's like a humanoid figure that seems to be made of, like, clouds and lightning looming above them. This sort of smile across its face, carved like a lightning bolt. And you can see that there is a stone altar against the south wall. Carved into it, there are a number of lightning bolt-like patterns kind of in it. And there's this big metal rod that descends from the ceiling, like splits into two, and then embeds itself at either end of the stone table on the east and west side of it. And the whole
Go on.
Like the whole metal portion of it currently seems to be sort of like slightly glowing, like you know, with heat energy, basically kind of like red hot. And it is very rapidly like cooling down.
Do the lightning carvings look like an image of sorts, or maybe letters, inscriptions, and the like?
So looking it over, you can go ahead and make me a religion check at disadvantage because you are not trained.
Okay, I don't have it blue ticked, so I'm not proficient. Am I still allowed to do it?
You are allowed to do it, but you have disadvantage because you're not, like, trained. You don't have any, like, formal education. With a 12, something strikes you as familiar about the lightning bolt symbols. It doesn't appear to be like a script or anything like that. It doesn't appear to be like a message. It's definitely like some sort of iconography, meant to represent something. But you're not quite sure what.
Who's
Obviously,
proficient in religion?
obviously,
No group?
like looking around the room, you can tell that this it appears to be like a shrine or an altar of some sort to some manner of deific creature, most likely, judging by the artwork around this place, some sort of god of storms or something of the likes.
Who's proficient in
Okay.
religion? You know, I'm something of a priest myself.
Thug, I'm pretty sure.
Sug is not proficient in
okay.
religion.
No?
No.
Huh.
Friedrich is sort of proficient in religion.
Yeah, somehow that
How
doesn't
does
sound
sword
very,
translate into practice?
Are you saying you're a jack of all trades?
Yes.
Master of none.
Master of none.
classic.
A master of
Okay.
performance and persuasion.
And of staffs of
If I recall
circles.
correctly,
Mhm.
there is a door that leads to the outside of the harpy's nest.
Mhm.
Can I pick some rubble from there and try and poke the roads with them? I don't want to touch them with my bare hands.
I mean, yeah, you can find like a stick or
Stick,
something.
maybe.
Yeah, amidst the nest to like try to poke the altar. Yeah, you do that.
yeah.
You like rummage around. You grab like a stick. Frederick, are you going to be like joining her? Or are you still just hanging back over in that room, like waiting for something to happen?
I guess I'll go and join
I-
her.
Okay.
Maybe I've gotten a telepathic relay from Nona. Like, get your butt over there.
Well, I mean,
I'm not-
how
I'm
would
not
Nona
connected to
know?
you.
Yeah. Also
Oh, yeah,
not
that's
connected,
true.
yeah.
Okay.
Connected to everybody else. Yeah, so I think you kind of like wonder I wonder what Asha's up to, and you walk over there right as she's coming back in with this like stick, and Asha, you poke at the altar, and like nothing really seems to happen necessarily. There isn't like a shock that goes off or anything like that. Doesn't seem to like react in any manner. Yeah, Friedrich, you walk in and you just see her like poking at this altar with the stick.
Yo, what's up? What you doing?
It sounds terribly dumb when you put it like that.
I mean, hey, you know, it's all part of the investigation.
You touching the rods. It's dangerous. I do a religion check.
These stick survived so far.
Okay. You take a look around the room as well. You notice a lot of the same things that she did. You know, obviously some sort of like deific entity that is being worshipped here, channeling like the power of storms. You see like the lightning rod into the altar. The lightning bolts carved there seem to be some sort of like a, I suppose, like a analog to a holy symbol, though it's not one of like the gods that you recognize necessarily. At least it's not one of the 12, which are like the like venerated saints, as it were. So it's outside of that, which leads you to believe that it is probably something more tied to the archdemons, something kind of like on that side of things. But looking around, this appears to be an altar built to channel power into. It doesn't.
Oh.
You see like the lightning rod and the rock kind of. It almost seems to like you're not really like in tune with magical forces too much, but it almost seems to like kind of fill the air around it. Once you're like near it for a while, fills the air around it with this sort of like that like static electricity feeling, like your hairs are like standing on end. Kind of like even those of you with like longer hair, like it's kind of like floating up almost.
Tastes copper in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like turn and it's like, whoa, you might want to not interfere with this. I think it's something to do with some sort of Demon or archdevil or something. It's definitely not a god.
Mm.
This place looks like it was built to channel power. For whatever purpose, it's hard to say. Maybe that thing upstairs, and I sort of like point above me as it's like thumping.
Yeah, you can still feel that like heartbeat kind of like pounding through the tower. So while you guys are doing that, Nona's making her way up the tower. Sug, you and Theron, as well as your skeletal companion, are kind of like waiting outside the door. It's been like a bit since like you first kind of like shouted through the door, like, okay, we're leaving, and nothing really seems to have like happened, but you're relatively perceptive. Yeah, passive perception 13. You notice that there's sort of this smell in the air that you notice. At first it's like it's hard to place, but then you can smell like burning wood. Almost in a way, and like this again, it's sort of like coppery, like ozone smell, and you notice that basically as this is happening, you notice that this sort of like sear mark begins to like appear on the outside of the door, and then the door just shatters into like pieces. As this massive, bluish red stream of lightning bursts through it. And we are going to roll initiative, and I need Theron and Sug to make a dex saving throw.
I think my curiosity saved our hides.
I think it did as well.
Potentially, yes. Your skeleton can just go at the end of your initiative.
All right, so I gotta roll some initiative.
That dex save though. Oh no! I only just saw it. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh
my god! Holy shit!
I'm dead, aren't I?
Son of a bitch.
You might not be. Let's see.
All right. We have
it's usually not good.
Theron, Nona,
You'll be
Friedrich.
fine. You're a fighter. You have a D10 hit dice.
All right. So this is.
What is it with these? What is it with these fucking half orcs, by the way, and having lightning bolt? I fucking hate it.
Wow, it's almost like you know. All right. So. As the bolt of lightning shoots through the door, smashing it to pieces. Did I get rid of it? I have not. It is gone now. Goodbye, door.
Yay, the door's gone! We can see something! Not that there's anything there, from my perspective.
Brad, sorry, I don't know it's combat unless it's combat music.
Sure, yeah, of course. You don't, who knows? It's not like rolling initiative, There, here we go. Alright, so, dex saves, we have a 5 and a 10. Those are good numbers. If you wanted to fail the save, which you have.
Yeah.
So...
You would immediately spend your inspiration, Drake?
No.
Okay.
The both of you take 27 points of lightning damage.
Both of them?
Yes. As they both failed.
Is Skelly Bro dead?
Can't we just, like, share it?
He was not in it, luckily enough, based on his location.
How are those red bars looking, guys?
So, that was, like, the end of the round. You guys were a bit taken aback by this. So, Friedrich, you hear this loud, like, shattering noise of, like, a door and probably, like cries of pain from, like, back behind you, and you, like... kind of like caught like a flash of light coming from that way. It was very brief, but obviously something's going on.
So, I in character hear the combat music start playing, and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. And then I start getting PTSD from being hit by one of those things. But my friends require my assistance, so I will move 30 feet up.
When did you get here?
the last time we fought one of these fuckers, it took me down to 1 HP.
All right.
Yeah. So I run up there 30 feet, and let's see. I can't really see much, so I guess I might have to dash forward. I don't really want to block the door. Actually, where'd I move? I came. I'll actually, yeah. So with my last bit of movement, I'll move here instead, so I'm not blocking anyone.
Okay.
I'll like, oh, well, they look pretty hurt and also kind of glowing a little bit.
Singed.
Let's give Sug one of these bad boys. There you go, buddy.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
A healing
That's a
word.
spell slot done. Still have an action. Fuck it. Yeah, I will just dash. He's got another one. I'll hold my action, Brad, to use the vicious mockery cantrip if I see an enemy.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Very well. Theron, you get blasted by shrapnel from the door as well as this bolt of lightning that comes tearing through it. And you can see inside, I know the lighting is kind of restricting a little bit, you can see inside that this figure, this half-orc figure as I described, with this just gaping hole in his chest, fingers still crackling with energy, like holding them forward towards the door. It's kind of just like grins and like smiles in this smarmy kind of way.
Grumsh no believe you, Grumsh kill.
Well, I guess I will just move inside so I can hit it.
It's a good option.
Also, if I move inside, he won't be hitting everyone anymore, so that's great.
It goes through you.
Let me go like, I mean, if I'm like over here, you'd have to throw like this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, all right, let me hit this thing. Does it actually hit me? That's a real question.
Maybe. Let's see what happens. Right now, I'm standing in the room, only hearing noises and desperate shouts, and seeing Friedrich dash off.
So yeah, you kind of do you turn around the corner, dashing through the door, drawing your weapons, and making a swing at this fellow as you do so. It cuts into him. He's not really wearing heavy armor, just the very rough hides. So you do hit and deal 9 points of slashing damage.
I will just use one of my superiority dice for the like trip attack thingy, I guess, as usual. Pretty sure it's a D8. So.
Yep, still a D8.
Hey, that's the same as my Bardix.
Hell.
Okay, so he has to make a strength save, I believe. Okay, he is not tripped, but he does still take the extra 6 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit him one more time.
Yeah, you got another bonus attack. That one will. That one will miss. He brings up. You see, he has.
That's okay.
He has these like clawed gauntlets on, like these metal gauntlets with like sharp, nasty claws at the end. He just like catches your blade in the gauntlet and like blocks it like a few inches from his face. All right, Nona, you are sort of up the stairs a little ways. You maybe went like another 20 or 30 feet like up before you hear like shouting from down below, and you saw like a flash of light that illuminated the tower for a moment from down below.
I will telepathically ask, should I keep going or do you need my help?
Help.
Alright. I'll start heading back down.
Okay.
Help!
Bye!
I'll say
it's not like we almost died.
Your full potential movement is 90 feet, right? Like if you do
I can move
everything,
and double dash, yeah.
I will say that with that, you will be able to get basically to the bottom of the stairs. At no point along the way will you actually have visual on him. So yeah, you can run to the bottom of the stairs with your full movement.
Okay.
And you will end up here. Okay. Sug.
So as my bonus action on his turn right after me, I'm basically commanding the skeleton to kind of use hit and run tactics with his bow, basically like shoot the guy from here and then like run up the stairs a little ways out of range and then come back down. So he'll do that on his turn, and as my action, I'm going to actually go ahead and cast this.
Nice.
And then take a step back.
Crusader's
Mantle,
Holy
yeah.
Power rated.
Alright, so that is a 30-foot radius aura, which I will just have this up here so everyone can see that if you are within that area, your weapon attacks will deal an extra d4 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Do my fists count as weapons or not really?
Technically, they don't, but honestly, since you're like a monk and that's your thing, I would say they do.
And Skelebro is gonna shoot and then run up the stairs. So
Okay. Yeah, so he heads down a little bit, gets at like an angle, shoots, and
yeah.
runs back up the stairs. Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Oops, I didn't want to do that twice, but 3 damage and then a d4, 4 radiant damage.
Okay.
7
7 total damage.
And then he'll run up.
Okay.
Ooh, yellow circle.
Mm-hmm.
Asha.
Do I count as a friendly
I
creature,
suppose-
Drake?
Non-hostile, so that's up to you. If you hit me with a shatter, then
Okay, I don't see much, so I suppose that's 15
Mhm.
up to here. Um, uh, and then how does it work? The other one.
If you if you're drawing the line out, yeah, you can right click or hit Q and set waypoints. So you've got another 25 feet that you can go without
Oh. Well, I suppose I could dash and then I could dash again with a key point, but
you get to there, but you get to this door basically with the rest of your movement. You would have to dash
I
to go
want to
any
get
further.
there and see what's inside.
Okay. Go ahead and move yourself over there.
Did I land in the right spot?
Little one over there. Yeah, so I think you can kind of see a little bit of what's going on. Obviously, like everybody is positioned basically like around this door, and you can see like the shattered remains and like a scorch mark that kind of comes through here. So obviously, whatever they're fighting, whatever they're getting ready to fight, is on the other side of that door.
Hope someone here can grapple.
Even if I dash inside, I won't be able to do anything because that would be the end of my actions.
if you spend a key point dash, you can do it. Right?
Yeah, if you did your bonus action dash, you could still make your attacks. With your fists, you would have to use your actual physical hands.
How dare. Or actually, I don't know. Do you have like a melee weapon? Do you have like a quarterstaff or something? So you can use that. We've never seen you use a weapon though, so I don't know what you have.
I have darts, and I have a dagger I've never used.
Well, then it's up to you.
So wait, action, bonus action dash and attack if I see anything
You will,
in range.
yeah, you will have to spend a key point to use your bonus action dash, but you can do that. Yeah. That gives you another 40 feet.
No,
so go
not
ahead
yet.
and move yourself.
I think I'll stay here and ready a dart if I see anything coming out.
Okay, sounds good. Very well.
Because I don't see anything threatening enough to warrant
Sure.
a dash, and Mona is not relaying any desperate cries for help.
All right. So this half-orc creature, you can see, kind of begins to the lightning like discharges from its gauntlets, like, throws your sword to the side a little bit after deflecting the blow, and kind of like pulls its hands back to like its side, like arcs his head up, and you see he begins like chanting something, just like strange words. But Sug, you catch in the midst of this shouting, he sort of says, "Lord Adramalak, grant me your strength," and then everybody's like outside the room, only like hears something. But Theron, you see he like thrusts his hands forward, and there is like this energy, like this bubbling energy, like in his hands. And then suddenly everybody just hears this loud, like shattering, like blast of sonic energy. as Theron, this thunder wave just slams into you point blank. I need you to go ahead and give me Constitution, I believe it is.
Yep.
A Constitution saving throw.
Well,
Sad.
goodbye.
All right. That.
You have inspiration, don't you?
Mm.
Up to you.
What does inspiration do again?
Let's you re-roll, basically.
Yeah, she could reroll. I mean, it's a pretty low number you rolled. It's a
I believe.
But it could go lower still.
True.
But it could
Right,
go
'cause, yeah.
higher than an 8.
That's the
Or
important
sorry, a
thing.
7.
Yeah,
Does-
it could be higher, but it's
Could
fine.
be. Do you want to let the 12 stand, or do you want to re-roll?
Yes.
Okay.
I will accept
okay.
my death.
A 12. A 12 is the number that you needed. So.
Oh!
Succeed.
Easy!
Pog.
So you only take 2 points of thunder damage, and you are not like knocked back by the force. You manage to realize what's happening. You brace yourself, like stab one of your swords into the ground to like hold your balance as this thunderous energy washes over you.
Aaron's OP.
And that
Well, that's sick.
is it for him. So then it is Freddy.
Hello. Alright. 5. 20. 5. Oh, look at him. He's a nasty man. Alright.
He's a nasty man.
I call him a nasty man.
Yeah, unfortunately, he has no heart, so he cannot be harmed by your insults. No, just kidding.
Ah!
You can insult his hairstyle. I'm pretty sure that would be even more vicious than
Oh, get out of
things
here.
about his.
Alright, take 6 points of psychic damage.
I'll take- Then with the last 5 steps, back here.
Okay.
That's my toin.
Theron, you're up.
I'm glad we're all agreeing to let me just stand here and have you guys not be
You
hit
got
by lightning.
this.
I mean, I'll be fine. Ooh.
That's what you.
I'll throw in one of my superiority eyes. I might as well.
Sure.
Also, all your weapons
Usual
are gonna
trick.
have an extra D4 damage.
That's true, yeah, you also deal an extra.
Eh.
So you deal extra 2, and then you can also roll a d4 to deal an
Does my
extra-
voice count as a weapon?
Oh
bro?
yeah.
I've been told
a
it
weapon
could
of
cut.
mass destruction.
I've been told it could
Still
cut
one,
through
though.
even the hardest of hearts.
Strength save. He succeeds, so he's not knocked prone on that first attack.
Yeah. Always happens.
Anchorite of Adramelic. Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm trying to read what it says. Anchorite of Adramelic.
Roll another
Right,
d4.
with
You deal it.
Dramalik.
You deal it on every attack. So roll another d4.
Oh, really?
Anchorite of Adramelic.
By the way, like, second wind was a bonus action, right? But I can swing twice without using a bonus action, right?
Yeah, you can swing
Correct.
twice
Yeah,
normally.
okay.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have
I'll
to do
just second wind. That sounds like a good idea,
Fair.
honestly.
Fair plan.
that. Yeah, so you do that. You
That's
breathe in the
1d10
second
plus fighter level.
wind. As you cut through with your weapon, you slice across his chest. Obviously, there's this big like gap there, but like blood is still like flows out as you like cut across his chest. And he looks like he's standing, kind of like ready to continue to fight against you. And then there's this aftershock. There's this flash of like radiant energy that tears through the wound due to Sug's spell. And you see his eyes, like he looks down, not expecting this, and just kind of like lets out this cry and like falls to his knees, and then just kind of like slumps over to the ground.
Well, guess there's
Insta
one
kill
there.
from radiant damage? Question mark. How many more of those spells you got?
None. 0.
Sad. Sad. Okay. That was our trump card is gone.
Don't
Fine.
worry, this lasts for 1 minute. We got a speed run. Go up the
Alright.
stairs.
Get the
Run,
conch.
run!
Get the conch, Farron.
No, get the conch. Get the conch.
Also,
He has
get
the
the
conch. I'll get the
Yeah.
conch.
Does.
Wait, we're going back up?
Well, I was about to say Nono came running, rushing all the way down here just to do nothing and trudge all the way back up.
I mean, that guy was throwing lightning bolts. I don't know. I was pretty scared personally.
I mean, I said
I think-
we were fine.
I wonder if they only have like one lightning bolt. It's just the scare tactic that they use. After
Maybe.
that, there's just nothing.
So I will begrudgingly start ascending.
I mean, he is an anchorite, whatever that means.
Are you all going to be ascending the stairs at this point?
Ascend!
Yeah.
We have 1 minute left on the spell.
Theron, you do see that there is a we didn't have it on him, but there's like the chair basically over here, and there's like a conch shell like resting on it.
Yeah, I'll take the shell.
Okay. All right. So you begin to make your way up the stairs. What is your marching order, basically? Who is first?
Going first.
Okay, Nona first.
How about fast ones first, armored ones last? At least if someone falls, they won't get pulled down along with the people of armor.
I can't believe they still haven't invented stairs that can take you up
Yeah.
by magic.
I had a dream
I
about
suppose
that
I'll
once.
follow.
It was in a place that had giant towers made of concrete and glass.
Here's our spiraling order, Brad.
Spiral
As if we-
order.
As if we were on a
Is
staircase.
Cedric taking
Yep.
spear point?
I'm going behind.
All right.
That's what she said.
Oh, you're the last.
Let me just do one of these for a moment. I'll just.
I'm happy we all decided to ignore that. That's all.
Oh, the dragon is back. Okay.
Look at his little
I
derpy
need
eyes and his little
the
tongue.
Dragon's
Oh.
makeup.
Okay.
Am I the only one seeing a blank map?
Yep.
I see the dragon's face.
I see dragon face too.
Now
Now
I
it's
see
black.
a very dark map.
Ah, there we are. Top right corner.
Top right, Chloe.
Oh, look at this glowy thing.
So as you ascend
Thank
to the top of the stairs, you can see that the pinnacle of the lighthouse beacon is partly open to the elements and surrounded by this narrow walkway that is topped by an iron railing. There are 3 open archways that allow the beacon's pulsing green light to spill in the sort of westerly direction over the sea. The light is incredibly bright, like filling this entire area, so much so that it actually like hurts to look at. You could see, though, as you kind of like, shield your eyes and kind of like look out of the corner, you see what appears to be this rather like large, oversized, beating heart floating in the air. It looks to be about like 10 times bigger than you would expect like a normal like humanoid heart to be, and is emanating this like pulsing green light. And kind of as you are looking over this, you can feel like this malevolent energy kind of in the air, washing out from this thing. And I think Nona, since you're like the first up the stairs, you notice that there's sort of like this like rippling like on the surface of this like beating heart, and you see what looks like an arm kind of like emerging out of it.
Pardon my Elvish, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I speak Elvish. Wait, do I? Hang on, let me see. I actually don't. Never mind. Well, no, he says that, but he doesn't.
Yes, and so this there's this like magically like pulsing, glowing heart like levitating in the center where like normally like a lighthouse fire would be, and it is so bright as to be blinding unless you are averting your eyes from it.
Yeah, probably.
Are we up here with time to spare on the spell, or did it run out?
It's probably about like 3/4 of the way through the duration. If you guys like rushed it.
Yeah, we were running.
Like full speed. So it's like about to time out. But you've still got maybe like a couple rounds left.
Skelly, bro, shoot the heart. Please,
Illabro, get him.
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Is the hand
Bro.
sticking out of the heart doing anything particular?
So you see like there's this arm like sticking out. It
Yeah, I mean,
seems
we
to
gotta
be,
do
like,
something, so we might as well
It's-
stab it.
It's very
you know?
it's slowly sort of like growing and emerging out more, and in fact as you're like looking you see like it goes from being like an arm to like you see like an upper shoulder like emerging, and it's sort of like this like mottled like purplish kind of skin like this purplish black skin.
Okay,
Yeah.
cut it, stab
Yeah,
it.
I'm like,
Don't shake.
I command Scalibro to shoot it, and then
Okay.
I'll do something as well. I
I think skeletons are in fact immune to the blinded condition.
Well,
They
you
don't
see,
have
Brad,
eyes.
they are not.
They aren't.
No, they have dark vision.
It's so weird. This is like a fucking Brooke situation over here. I'm blinded. All right. Well, so yeah, you can go ahead and make the attack, but it will be at disadvantage.
Sure.
Disadvantage.
You rolled really low in the first one.
The arrow just sort of like flies wide out of the surrounding area, off into
Tell
the
him to do it again.
sea somewhere.
I mean, my command is shoot that, and he'll just do it until it's gone. Like,
Sure, we'll just we don't necessarily have to roll initiative here, but we're basically gonna everybody gets a turn to do like one thing.
Yeah.
So I guess who wants to what else is everybody else doing?
I sing a ditty.
Do a ditty ditty dum ditty do. All right, yeah, you put on a really good
What's the
performance.
use
I'm
of
not
that?
really sure what the
Maybe the heart-like thing will be less mad when we stab it.
On the tower, glowing hot, scaly arrows flying far.
It's only my bonus action to make the skeleton shoot. So as an action, I'll throw Friedrich down the stairs.
I actually
so
stopped to
Friedrich
applaud.
does.
Not sure if I'm applauding Friedrich or Drake at this point. But there you
It's
go.
like
He has
a-
an ovation.
A little like wall or pillar or something.
Yeah, so like these openings basically like are where archways are. So yeah, there's like the pillar to where like the covering is. And then like the whole back half of this, like over this way, this is all like solid, but then there's openings on the western side that like let the light shine out towards the sea. And then it's just a roof up above.
Get behind something and hide.
Okay.
Probably a good idea.
With my action, I can like cast a spell, right?
Yeah, I mean if you want to. It's
Yeah, I
part
just
of
want
your
to
thing.
I just wanted to toll the dead. I guess the arm out of the heart's a creature.
The heart is not a creature.
So yeah, I'm tolling the dead the arm that's sticking out and seeing what happens.
Okay. You do that. One second, let me. The spell works, so you're targeting a creature, but it doesn't really necessarily seem to have an effect insofar as you could tell at the moment.
It's fair.
Yeah, and you can see like it's pretty rapidly like emerging from the surface like of this, heart. At this point, you can begin to see like the upper half of like the torso and such. So no, you're hiding. That's like a bonus action to do. So you can also like do something else as well, if you would like. If not,
Ask Karen for the conch. Can I have the conch?
Can you try and blow the conch? Does it make sounds?
Sure, I'll try it.
Give conch. Give conch.
Looking at it, it does not appear to have been carved in such a way to like serve as a musical instrument, like some conches are. It's
Brad,
still just like
please,
a whole
plus
conch
11
shell.
performance. Give conch, please.
I mean,
Friedrich the
sure,
conch!
you can.
I take the
Don't
conch.
you
My-
dare let it
you
fall
can-
down the stairs.
Your performance is very good, so you can pretend that you're playing like an actual instrument conch, and
Blow the conch.
mimic the sounds with your mouth as if you were blowing into a conch. there is no orifices from which the sound to emerge or your fingers to change, so it doesn't really.
Does it feel magical,
Okay, so it's
Brad?
not magical.
It does not appear to like have like the hum of magic to it in any way.
Alright. I'm gonna put on my sheet in brackets magic ? Conch. There we go.
All right, yeah. So that's that. Asha and Theron, you wish to do anything in regards to this strange heart?
Yes, I'd like to summon my arms, please, and try to push it back into the heart.
Okay. Yeah, so you can spend a key point, summon your arms. The heart.
Oh no.
Object.
Oh, maybe I should have done that actually instead of fucking around.
The heart is an object, so it does automatically fail the dexterity saving throw. So you can go ahead and roll your monk damage. So two of your damage dice, which I think is a d6, so 2d6.
Yes, at this point it's a 2d6. 2d6 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, so your fists appear like slamming out, like punching into the heart, and you see like it's creating like dents in it, and like blood kind of like spurts out, but it's not like completely destroyed. You've definitely like you bashed in like the right ventricle or whatever, but it's still like pounding, and you can still see this figure like emerging out of it.
Right.
Hmm?
Can I do something?
You did a performance check.
Can I do something else?
Can I do something else, or that's that? No, wait.
You still have your attacks too. If
The
you
arms
wanted
were. Yes, I'd like to strike the heart. If I can't push it back, I'll try to take it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's.
All right. So, as you do this, you summon for the arms. They like slam into the heart a bunch of times, doing some damage. And you can see you're not looking at it, so you have, well, I guess even if you were looking at it, you have disadvantage because either way, you're either not looking at it or blinded by it. So the you don't really like see what happens, but you like your hand reaches out towards where you know the heart is, like grabbing onto like something and like squeezes, like it grabs a hold of something and like squeezes, and you all hear this like horrific like shrieking noise as the light like dims from the hand, like crushing the heart. The light just like dims completely, and you're able to like see a little bit better as like blood falls down, like splattering all over the ground. You see this like half-formed like humanoid figure like writhing in agony there, like screaming, very quickly dying. And then like the heart just kind of like shrinks down and like just disappears, and is no longer beating and no longer functional.
Creepy.
And no longer shining.
What if
Yes,
this was just a what if this was just Frankenstein's monster and we just killed him in the vat, you know?
Good.
I think we made it in time before it hatched.
I don't know.
Yeah, and you can see that the malformed creature that was like emerging does appear to somewhat resemble like a half orc, but again, it was like halfway through the process of like being recreated, so it's impossible to tell at this point in time like what it actually was.
Gross.
Pretty nasty, yeah.
Did it leave a body behind?
It left like half of body and like a gooey trail. Because it didn't get to
I'd
spawn
like
all
to
the way.
take it over the rails, please, into the ocean. Maybe the shark will eat it.
Sure, you like swipe it over the rail with your like hand, just tossing it over into the
Oh,
ocean down
God.
below.
Now we have to deal with like, you know, gooey mutant sharks. Hope you're happy.
It's okay. The crab will get it for. We'll be diving for us anyway, since we have conch. I'm not terribly concerned.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything interesting on this landing except the heart and the gremlin?
Other than the heart, there does not appear to be anything of interest here on the balcony. It is now just very kind of like a darkened balcony. You see the receptacle that the heart was like floating over is where like it's a big bowl where there would normally be like a flame lit in to serve as a beacon. Now it's just empty, filled with some like blood, and again like, well, no longer the gross creature's malformed body. You've tossed that over into the ocean down below.
So the heart's gone, it's just like a receptacle, and there's nothing else up here.
Nope, not as far as you can see.
Alright.
I
Would a
guess
perception
we
check
can
reveal
just go
anything?
back.
Taking a look around, you do not see anything further to discover.
Alright, downstairs.
But I'm still curious about
Wait,
the room
where-
and the summoning and the demons.
There's also that lightning rod, isn't there, actually? Yeah.
Yes, I think it was halfway up.
Get climbing.
No,
You have your
climbing
arms
down
out.
because it was. We're at the very top of the lighthouse. There is nowhere else to go.
So I didn't
Unless
know I
there
was
is a roof
adventuring with.
above us.
So I didn't know I was adventuring with powers.
There's a landing in a doorway about like halfway down the tower.
Yeah, where the lightning rod is. We don't have to climb out the side.
Oh
of it.
my
Just go
god!
down there.
Alright, fine.
Oh yeah, I
Do
mean
the
you guys
sensible thing.
can like gather on
Do
the
you
roof.
want me to? Do you want me to toss you over alongside the?
Yes,
So
please.
violent.
Yeah, so you guys can like congregate on the roofing area again, just dirty with like bird droppings and like nest materials, but you can see there's this lightning rod kind of jutting out of the roof in the bottommost section. Friedrich and Asha, you spent like enough time investigating the altar to infer that this is the rod that went up into the ceiling. This is like the top part of it that is exposed to the elements up above.
So basically, it connects to the room below for the roof. Is it glowing, shining, crackling, doing anything at the moment?
Magic-y.
Currently,
Doing all of those at the same time.
Currently, it's not. It was when Nona was up here. It was like just recently struck by lightning, and so it was still glowing red hot. But now it's like cooled down, and it's just like cold dark iron again.
Does it feel magic-y up here like at the downstairs or no?
Around the rod, it does still have that sort of feel, although a much lesser extent.
Stog!
What?
Could you try and detect what magic this is?
Sure, give me 10 minutes.
Awesome.
I'll spend 10 minutes, I guess, and cast Detect Magic. Skelly, bro, guard the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, Skelly bro.
Yeah, you managed to finish your ritual. You cast Detect Magic. As far as you can tell, the lightning rod itself is not magical. It's just a mundane lightning rod.
Mm-hmm.
I take out my conch. What about the conch?
The conch does not appear to be magical.
Alright, never mind. Alright, maybe we could check, since you have the spell up, let's check the altar as well. Downstairs.
Yeah, heading downstairs. You guys, if you head down there, you do like detect basically like as you're looking into that room, you do detect kind of like this magical presence hanging around the altar, and it is what would it be? I guess it's like an evocation kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm. I will say that to Friedrich. It's evocation, which is pretty. There's a lot of things that it could be from what I understand. Like
I see.
You know, that
Brat.
shatter spell you cast is evocation, but also like the light cantrip is evocation. So.
Wait, is it the light cantrip's evocation?
Yep.
Surprised it's not like abjuration or whatever.
I'm pretty sure cure wounds is evocation.
What the okay. Alright, so it's magical then, alright. I would like to cast on this thingy Dispel Magic.
Okay. So you sort of gather forth these energies, kind of like getting in tune with the ether surrounding you and kind of pulling out strands to counter and dispel this. You see it's like crackling with lightning, so like you begin to pull forth like this like energy from the earth, right? You begin like, earthen aspected ether to surround and cancel this energy, kind of like almost encasing the altar in this sort of etheric stone, and it shrinks down, and you detect the magic just winks out of existence.
Oh, you got rid of it, whatever it was.
Yep. Hopefully that's problem solved, and this lighthouse will no longer be, I don't know, terrorizing ships, I guess.
If I had to imagine, it might have been the giant heart. It might have been the giant heart that was the problem. I don't know what this did.
Well, I've used my third level spell slot, and that's all I need to know. Okay, let's head back, I guess. We can give the conch back to the Banshee lady, and Sheldon can be free. to go get us our things.
Yeah, so at this point, I assume you guys make your way back down the path, like across the causeway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave.
As you guys like return kind of back down there, you enter into that sort of like cave formation in the stone once more, and you can see that that sort of like spectral elven figure kind of there in the the carved in section, just sort of like resting there again, just looking as though she's like floating underwater. And I think as you like arrive, she sort of turns, like spins, dress like flowing wildly, and like looks at you with like these like wide open eyes, like scanning, looking for something.
I hold out the conch. I retrieve
We
the
basically
conch.
push Friedrich in front of us like a shield. Him
Yeah.
holding the conch.
He's
I
the
like I
sacrificial lamb.
magnificently like whip out the conch, hold it to her, drop to one knee. I have retrieved the conch for you, my lady.
All right, you see the figure sort of like drifts towards you, and without saying a word, like placing this spectral hand like onto the conch, like kind of like reaching towards it.
Ooh, chilly.
And yeah, you do feel like a little bit of a chill, and you see like she closes her eyes, and this peaceful, serene look passes on her face, in stark contrast to the like rage and anguish that you saw before. And for a moment, she looks almost like a living creature again, like the wounds kind of like stitched closed, the abject like horror of her visage kind of quelled for a moment, and you just hear these words, and they're in Elven, so those of you that understand Elven hear, she whispers, "Thank you," and you see the figure just sort of like dissipates into like motes of like bluish energy.
You know
And
what's?
she leaves nothing behind.
I don't think so. Maybe not.
A big bag of gold drops on the floor.
You know what's funny though? She was a sea elf. I bet you she also spoke Aquan. So now the only other person that would ever speak
Bruh.
Aquan is gone.
Brad, why you gotta Brad, come on, man.
I'm pretty sure she did, right?
Yeah, and as a parting gift, as she touches you, she deals you acid damage as well.
Oh, yeah. Finally. Oh god.
Yeah, so the elven ghost is no more. You're still holding
Excellent.
the conch shell in your hand.
Yes. Well, I think I should give it to Sheldon, so
Yeah.
with that, guess we'll make our way over to Sheldon.
All right, so you'll all hop on down to the beach. The beach. Where you see Sheldon sort of like half buried in the sand. As you like approach, he kind of like shifts and unburies himself, waving his large claw, and he sort of says, "Hello, friends. You've returned."
Your mistress is now at peace, and I hold out the conch. And the lighthouse has been cleared of all enemies. As far as we could see, he mumbles under his breath.
So if you'd be so kind as to retrieve us our treasure, please.
Yeah, so he reaches up, he like grabs the conch shell like gingerly in his like clawed hands, like bringing it close to him, and he says, "Oh, master, it is good that you rest in peace now." And you see he like looks around and you see there's like an area kind of like over here. There's just like a collection of like things basically, and he like scutters over there like sideways, placing down the conch shell, and then like scuttles back, and he's like nods and he says, "True to my word, I shall retrieve what I can from the wreckage."
I could come help you if you wish.
He sort of like looks at you and
All
says,
right. Aren't you afraid of sharks?
"If you would wish to brave the sharks that swim in these waters, you are more than welcome."
How many sharks are we talking here?
Classic.
He says, "Quite a few. They use this place as a hunting ground."
I will leave it to you.
Yeah. So it begins to like scuttle like sideways into the water, like slowly disappearing underneath like the surf. And yeah, I mean you guys kind of like wait around. Can I get one of you to roll me a d5?
Me. Dips.
Damn.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I think that was negative, by the way. I think you wanted a higher number.
All right. So go ahead and roll me another d5. Just one. One singular
Same person?
d5. Yeah, in this case, okay. Right. So Sheldon returns. After
Hooray.
15 minutes or so, you see him like re-emerging from the surf. And he has in his claws two things. You see there is what appears to be a small lockbox of some sort, covered in like barnacles, and actually there's like a little like starfish kind of clinging to the bottom of it. Looks as though it's been underwater for quite some time. And then in his other hand, you see what appears to be a rather pristine-looking sort of curved sword, like cutlass style curved sword.
Okay.
Decorated with like kind of like jewelry on the guard. And he just sort of like scuttles over and like says, "This was all I could find. The sharks were infesting the rest of the wrecks." And he places down these two items.
Yep. I pick up the cutlass. Does it feel magical?
You don't have any more hands to use it. Enough.
I have.
Does it feel?
I mean, I still have Detect Magic up. It lasts for like 10, 15 minutes. So.
Yeah, the cutlass does appear to be magical.
Okay. Well, I mean, I've already got a magic sword.
Dragon sword. Give it to Therian.
Yeah, I know. Well, like, give it to here's a magic
I mean,
cutlass.
you could give Theron the Dragon Slayer sword and keep your.
No, I don't.
Nah.
I would also suggest that.
Nah, it's fine. You can have the cutlass. There you go. Give her the cutlass.
Okay.
Thing.
What's in this lockbox?
It's locked.
It's locked.
Is it? Okay. But is it
Break
like
the lock!
yeah, exactly. If I just grab it and yank, is it rusty enough to come off, or does it need to be fixed?
It does still
Step
seem to
on
be like whole enough to require like fiddling with the lock mechanism.
I
Oh,
hand it
also-
to Nona.
As I like hand sug the box, I guess I'll take the little starfish and just like shuriken throw it into the water.
You just
You
hear
saved
you
the
hear
life.
you hear a scream and Aqua knows.
I think it's a middle-aged, grumpy little star cursing you for the harsh treatment.
Does Sheldon speak awkward actually?
No. He
What
was,
the fuck?
He's awakened with common.
Oh.
Question though. Yeah, I give the box to Nona to try to open, hopefully, and then these are neither of these things are what we came here for, right? Like we know that it's like something that would have fallen there recently, right?
Well, she said that all she wanted was like something that was about the shape of a lockbox, like a jewelry box or something, is I think what she said. So like this could be it.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought that she acted like that whatever it was sunk recently, but if it's this, then cool.
Doesn't stuff grow quite quickly in the ocean?
Yeah, like things can get like barnacle infested pretty quickly, covered in algae. Yeah, I mean, obviously you didn't ask her exactly like when it was that the boat was lost, but like presumably it was like before the dragon business at the very least. So it's been a bit.
That's fair.
Nona, any chance of peeking inside?
You want me to?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
All right. I will try to open the lock.
Okay, go ahead and give me a thieves' tools check. Yeah, you are able to disarm the lock, which is surprisingly sturdy for like such a small lockbox. It takes a little bit more tinkering than you perhaps expected, Most of these things have very simple locks. This one seems a little bit more intricate, but you manage to crack it. And as it opens, you pull it back. Looking inside, it does appear as though this container was watertight because there's no evidence of like damage on the inside. You see this sort of like velvet lined interior, and inside you see there is a single delicate looking 9-inch tall figure, like kind of this made of this like very like bluish sort of gemstone, this carved statuette of what appears to be a mermaid, sort of like packed into this little lock chest. Just quick judgment, like you've seen a lot of like valuable things in your time. This does appear to be like quite valuable.
Is it detective magical though?
It does not.
Okay. It's not magic, so I guess it's just probably worth a lot.
Very much a lot.
This might be what she wanted.
Does it look to be like, I don't know, a one-of-a-kind article? How rare would it be?
It does look
in terms of.
It does look like this. I mean, obviously, like you have not seen all statuettes everywhere forever, but it does look like the craftsmanship of it looks like something that could very well be like a custom piece, like a noble would order or something like that. You know.
Is there an artist's signature on it? Is it by Van Gool?
There is like a stamp, kind of like obscured along the bottom somewhere.
Okay.
Maybe like on the bottom of the tail fin, but none of you recognize it.
Fair enough. Yeah. You know a little fun fact about the Skeletor, by the way?
Yeah.
He only has one less intelligence than me.
Nice. You could have a decent conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like rattling bones.
He understands me, okay? He just can't speak.
He has no vocal cords.
Exactly. He understands language.
He can reply in rattling Morse code.
I mean, I could give him like a piece of paper.
It just says, "Kill me, let me die."
Kill me.
Why must you torment me?
Yeah, and you see after you like pick up these items, like looking through them, Shelton just sort of like, kind of like does like this little back and forth like scuttling motion, and sort of says, thank you again, my friends, for everything."
Got skull.
You're welcome, Sheldon.
And he kind of like scuttles over to his little hideaway. Clickety clack.
Yep. What will you do
Don't
now?
want to drink?
Says, I will remain here and look after my master's resting place and ensure that no other foul creatures come to contaminate it.
A noble
okay,
calling. Farewell, Sheldon.
Farewell,
And then I'll.
oh noble souls.
I love Sheldon. All right, let's get out of here.
Okay. So
So what have we done with the lockbox and the statue? I just close it.
Yeah, I'll just close it again.
okay, yeah, you close it, and as you do, it does seem to have some sort of like mechanism by which, like, when it's closed, it kind of automatically locks itself again. And so yeah, you close it. As far as you can tell, no evidence that you ever forced it open, and pocket it like in your bag or something of the likes. Scramble your way back up the cliffside here and to the stairs that lead up to the top of the cliff, and presumably begin your way back towards your destination.
Which is not Svandalin, but the dragon. No, the dwarven fortress. Does it have a name?
Axholm.
Axholm. Yes, that one. The home of Axis.
Right. So depart the heroes.
Well, the lighthouse was surprisingly boring by comparison to the works.
Well, substantially less enemies there.
How many days does it take us to get the Axel?
So
Pretty long.
it is going to be about a day and a half.
Oh, it sounds like all my hit dice are back.
Well, I'll say if that's the case, then because if there's gonna be a whole another day where we get to rest again, like the next day, because like in the middle of the day I have to reassert control over the skeleton again. But I'll go ahead and, if we have that much time, I'll animate the other skeleton, like pile of bones that I brought, so that I have both, and then I'll reassert control over both of them.
Sure.
Why do you need skeleton?
I can
Why
have up
doesn't
to
he need
4.
to? Yeah, why doesn't he need to?
2 skeletons is twice
Why
as many
didn't you make
skeletons
one
as
big skeleton?
That's not how it works.
It'd be cool if that's how it worked, but unfortunately that's not
He
the
needs
case.
a different spell for that one.
Can't you make a skeleton and a skeletal armor out of the other one?
No.
No, this is not how the spell works. All right, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a day and a half journey back, which I think you guys basically already it was already like half a day to get up here. But I think you guys rested before you arrived, just before you arrived. Yeah, you rested just before you arrived. So it's early enough in the morning. Yeah, so you have the full day of travel ahead of you. And I think as you guys are making your way back, you don't encounter anything in particular, however, because you have cleared out the shrine and the tower here. You guys can go ahead and advance yourself to 6th level.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, we did make it.
Ding!
Alright guys,
do
do
that.
I take the average or do I big PP roll it?
Listen, final level.
We could
What
all
have you
just
been doing
roll it.
until
Big
now?
dick. Big
Alright,
dick or
big
go
PP. Big PP. Fuck yes, let's go.
home.
How much did you roll?
It's only 2 less than the average.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, objectively bad, but yeah, you know.
Objectively bad. It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Yeah, it could be worse, but
Is it the launch level 1 or the other one?
The launch
level plus.
plus, yeah. The other one
I
like
was scared
resets
of rolling.
you. The other one like resets you back to level 1. You don't want that.
roll it. Big PP.
You just have to press the roll thing, right?
Yeah.
Big PP, come on, roll it.
Okay.
Oh, you rolled a 3! Let's go!
Which is half of the average.
That is the average. Yeah.
Half the average, yeah.
You add your con.
I
to
just
that,
got
too,
hit
but
so
I
many
think it
times, my
automatically-
bones just don't want to take it
Well,
anymore.
Asha got the average, so that's good.
Not the average, yep.
Nice.
Is anyone gonna get higher?
I'm
Why
not
the hell
rolling,
did
so
it-
I'm not a...
Roll
Yeah.
Oh,
it!
she picked
Roll
the
it,
average.
son!
She just
Do
picked-
it!
She just
I
picked
took the average because I'm boring.
Yeah, I already did it. Like, I'm already leveled up. I can't go.
Boring
Actual, legitimate small
Boring.
Actual boring people. Wow, look at them.
PP.
So boring.
Such boring. Wow.
Do
I
I have
get-
to... Okay. Keyboard strikes. Your unarmed strikes count as magical for the
Mhm.
purpose of overcoming resistance and immunity to non-magical attacks and damage. Huh?
You can
Yeah,
punch
that's-
ghosts now.
So
That'll... Yeah.
it doesn't so that one doesn't actually really matter much for you particularly because you already had your like force fists. But
Yeah.
if you were attacking with your like regular like fists, that it would overcome damage resistances that
You know
some
what?
monsters have.
Also, if you walk up on someone that is resistant to non-magic weapons and also has a breach of shielding,
If you punched
Okay.
Friedrich, you could you know.
Alright guys, you'll all be glad to know
Oh
I have the most
my.
useful bard ability in the game, Counter Charm now.
It's
We're
so
good to
good.
go.
that is
Listen, that's the important thing. Starting at level 6, your speed increases by 50 feet
Yeah.
while you are not wearing armor.
I think
So
you have
basically, I
55
can run like the wind.
Or no, 45, right? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's just I think that's just an additional 5 over because it was 10 and now it's 15. So you don't get another 15. It just goes from 10 to 15, so it's 45
Yeah.
base now.
I got
Okay,
two
now I have
expertise.
to read
still.
the astral visage. You can summon the visage of
Oh,
your
yeah, you
astral
get-
self as a
That's very cool, by the way.
Plus-
Do I not get counter
Okay.
spell?
Nope.
What?
It's not on the bard list. You have to take it as a
it's not
magical
a bard
secret.
spell.
Hear all of you guys getting new things, meanwhile I just get ability score increases.
You can take a feat.
You could take a feat, but yeah, you could take an ASI.
I'm just gonna say you could take dual wielder. You
really should have told me that sooner, honestly.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. That's fine.
Why don't you want dual wielder? Use dual weapons.
Yeah, dual wielder basically.
I honestly didn't look at it.
When you're fighting with 2 weapons, it gives you +1 AC, and also you can use one-handed. You could use 2 long swords instead of smaller swords. You could use 2 battle axes.
2 big swords.
Yeah. You can just go fix it. You don't have to whatever. You can take back your ASI. It's not that hard. You just change it.
There's also nothing wrong with just an ability score boost.
That is true. Yeah, Brad, why aren't we level 7 already? Come on, we've been level 6 for so long.
Oh my god, yeah. Wow. It's been sitting here at level 6 forever.
Forever. I mean, come on.
It's been what, like 5 minutes?
This is
come on.
Almost as long as our other game where we're level 6.
That'll never,
All I got were 2 boring expertise choices.
Oh, so sad. Expertise is like the best.
I know.
Expertise, like so good.
So sad.
It's amazing.
Like now I only have a +9 to investigation. What am I gonna do with that?
Nothing.
Listen, at least you got that at level 6 and didn't multi-class into fighter and not get.
I leveled to 6 as cleric, Brad.
He didn't multi-class. Holy shit.
Nah, next time, level 6, I get 2 channel divinities and 2 hearts to my powers. And the all-important extra 3rd level spell slot.
Do I want Liamon's tiny huts?
So
is the question.
7 you get
yes.
level spells.
Sorry.
Liamon's tiny hut's amazing.
It's, yeah, I mean, it's a good spell.
I want it because I feel like I'd want it. It's just for fun.
There you go.
That way, when we have to camp on the mountain.
That's true. It would actually help if we have to camp on the mountain. To be fair. But I could also get Bestow Curse.
The thing is, as a bard, you can retrain one of your old spells if you don't like it, and it can be you can get rid of a 1st level and get a 3rd level.
But I like all my other spells.
What? Name half of your spells, because I've seen you use like 3 spells the whole time.
Listen, I got Bane,
Never seen
Charm Person.
When did you ever cast Charm Person?
What if I need to? But what if I need to charm a person?
You're right. That's what charisma's.
Does it mean you can't charm a person on your own merit?
Yeah, that's what it means.
Yeah, he needs freaking magic drugs to get them to like him.
Why do you have charm person on your charisma caster? Why did you successfully charm them with your words? Come on.
Your words and your deeds. Why
You make a point about.
Why don't you just defeat them in the marketplace of ideas?
Also, all you want to see are the dragons, not a person.
You make a point about the charm person. You make a point about the charm. And all right, 2nd level, invisibility, shatter, and warding wind.
I've seen you. I did not know you had invisibility. Have you cast it?
No.
Yep. Okay.
What if I might need to.
You might. You never know. You might need to cast it. You're right.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why are my 3rd level spells so garbo? Come on.
Maybe because you picked bad ones.
You picked them, so if they're bad.
I mean, like my spell list. What's my spell list so garbo?
Because you're a bard.
I'm gonna take Tiny Hut. You can't stop me.
Can't stop, won't stop.
I wasn't trying to stop. I was trying to tell you to take something else as well to get 2 things.
Alright, Liamon's Tiny Hut. Now I'm thinking Bestow Curse. I do like the idea of cursing someone.
Melee, yeah, touch spell.
Oh, it is touch. Maybe not.
I know it seems weird. He's a melee bard. He's meant to be in the mix.
Yeah, that's true. I am melee bard. He does make a point.
Like, you're just never. You're there sometimes. To be fair, you get in the mix.
I'm gonna curse that dragon. Let's go. Bestow. curse.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Oh, Liam and Tiny Hut's a ritual spell as well. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's
It's
good.
a great spell.
All right. I
What
also
does the curse actually do?
so
Many things.
it does what it says it does in the chat right now.
That is
No, that's Liam and
Oh,
Tiny
okay.
Hut. This is the one. This is the one.
It does one of 4 things.
Okay, I get to memorize one more spell too, so I just got to figure out what I want to memorize.
Alright, I think my archetype comes from Tasha's. No, it doesn't. It comes from.
Oh,
Wait,
Xanathar's, right? Your Swordborn?
That's
Possibly.
Xanathar's.
It's either Xanathar's or the Sword Coast, right?
I think it was reprinted. I think it was. No, it's not from Sword Coast. I don't think.
I don't know.
You should have it. I think it should be. I should have it. I have.
Yeah, I think
Tasha's in there.
Did you just pick a 10th curse spell? I mean,
Sorry?
you're just tired of sleeping on the ground in the rain.
What?
She asked if you picked the 10th spell.
Oh, right.
Oh, the reason that spell's so good is like enemies can't get in it. Like,
yeah, that was kind of the main selling point. I was like, could I just put this up and then no, that's supposed to casting time's a minute, but Dragonfire
it's not
can't
something
get
you
through
can
it.
just do in like the heat of.
no.
You can set it up beforehand, but.
I have an extra
Okay.
attack.
And also, things can get out of that tent. So what's the point? I mean, you can't hide an attack in
the idea is that they can't get in.
Yeah. We can like hide.
You can get out, but like they can't get in.
The thing about that, you have to remember it. Yeah, if you leave the tiny hut, it goes away.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you gotta remember.
If I have to go for a late night pee, all right, you better all turn around. That's all I'm saying.
You know, pee in the tiny hut.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Brad, if I were to pee on the wall of the tiny hut, right, and the pee went out because it can go out, but it was on a slope facing down, would the pee then go around the radius of the tiny hut so it wouldn't come back in?
You can have that hut to yourself.
So here's the thing: is that when you cast the tiny hut, creatures and their possessions that are inside of it are able to freely enter and leave the hut. So because you have the piss inside of you, presumably, it would actually just flow back into the hut.
Fuck. Right. You make a point.
You asked the question.
It's a very important question.
But anyway, I'm not being roommates with you.
We're all roommates all the time. That's the point.
What do I want to?
Are you good at tree climbing?
I like to think so. Oh yeah. Could we have like identified like what that cutlass does on the way?
Oh yes. And I suppose Fiora should attune with it.
Yeah, it is a +1 scimitar.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yep, +1 to hit and +1 to damage.
Did I get +1 scimitar?
Yep.
Yeah, so you should be able
I'm
to.
fine with that.
You should
Even
be able
if
to
it's
go
just a
over,
+1.
You should be able to go over to the compendium tab and just add a scimitar +1 onto your drag and drop.
True. I guess I could just. I'll prepare bless. Bless is good.
#bless.
Let's take bless. Let's go.
Think of all the skeletons you can bless.
I know. That's what I'm thinking of.
Think of the skeletons you can bless instead of your party members.
I was thinking more of like the monk and fighter and bard. Then I'll have like 3 attacks minimum per round. But yeah.
Wow! Wow! Every time I need to close my mind.
You just know as well on the way back. I'm be giving us Liamon's tiny hut every night for our rest.
All one nights.
All one night.
All one night. Oh yeah, it's only a 10-foot radius, so I hope we're all ready to get cozy.
This small.
I thought it was bigger actually, but oh well.
No, it's not very big.
I mean, 10-foot radius. Is
I mean,
kind
10-foot radius is pretty big.
yeah, that's 20-foot
That's
diameter.
20 feet across.
Yeah.
It is still like when there's a lot of people sleeping. It's still pretty close
True.
proximity.
Yeah.
I'd say we still keep watch even with 10.
We're not like sleeping on top of it.
And I keep my skeletons on watch the whole time. Skelebros, permanent watch.
Permanent watch.
They may be able to get
Skeletons,
blinded, but they can't be exhausted.
How do they
Skeletons,
alert you though if there's an intruder?
They come running and shake me.
Oh, okay.
It's the commands I've been giving them.
Yeah, I can keep watch after my trance.
Skeletons can be blinded, but they can see in darkness very well.
True.
Even
I mean, not
though-
very well. They have 9 passive.
Even though they don't have eyes.
That's why they can see so well. They have to look through that darkness in their eyes, Brad. There's just giant holes there. If they can see through that, they can see through darkness. Yo! I'm gonna gather around with all the crew.
Gather up all of the crew.
Yeah, after my trance is over, I'll wander around, keep watch away from the skeletons because it's creepy.
It's creepy.
Okay.
You're on the do not shoot list, okay? Friedrich's on the do not shoot yet list. It's up in the air.
All right.
They have very special
Can-
conditions. If he shatters me, they open fire on him.
Can I get an R in chat if you're ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready now. I've selected my last thingy. Arr.
R.
What is the saving throws we need to make for like the fighter superiority maneuvers again? Is it Constitution? Strength?
It's based on the ability.
Strength. Usually some of the abilities are different. Strength or
Some of them, like
Yeah.
a couple of them are wisdom even.
yeah, there's like a
Really?
fear one that's wisdom. There's
Depends on the maneuvers, I'm
there's
pretty
like
sure.
there's a taunt one that's like wisdom.
Kiora, which maneuvers do you tend to use, like, your maneuvers tend to use saving throws of?
I don't
Tripping attack.
I
I
usually just use trip.
I don't even know what any of her other maneuvers are. It's the only one I've seen.
I
The other strength 2. There's 1 for wisdom and 2 for
2 for what?
strength.
Okay.
That I have anyway.
Menacing and disarming. Menacing's good.
yeah, odd medicine.
Frightened is powerful.
We should look into, by the way, I'm just gonna remind everyone now. Look at the Axon, because like that's like the whole town moved there, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
We should see if any of them have like a longbow that you can borrow, just in case.
Probably a good idea if you get some sort of ranged weapon, yeah.
True.
Maybe you can get a magic one, you never know.
You never know.
Maybe,
Wow.
maybe Falcon's one is magical. Give it to you.
He already gave us all his
Do
You
magic.
should
you
use it
intend
to
to
attack
rob
the
Falcon?
damsling himself.
I can tell you with 100% certainty that his bow is definitely not magical.
Yeah, he gave us all his.
Otherwise, he'd
magic
probably hit
magic.
more shots.
You already
so-
you already got his adventure hand-me-downs.
You're right.
Fine. Alright, I'm good to go. Let's go back to... Is that an upside down R?
Yes.
GA.
But the thing is that Sarah never said that Sarah was ready.
Oh yeah, where is Sarah?
We're missing an R.
I'm
Sarah?
right here.
Oh,
There we are.
Are you ready?
I suppose I am. I think I've been ready for a while because I have the least things. I mean, I haven't even been offered any choices.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually kind of how it goes. Your big choice is the
Building.
subclass, and then that's kind of you usually don't get choices after that.
Now
Have
I'm
something
wondering
fixed yet?
if maybe I've chosen the boring one.
I think
I
it's
don't know.
pretty cool.
They're all like that. Like most subclasses are like you pick your subclass and you get like a different subclass ability each level peak. Like there's
Yeah,
no
I
like
think it's-
choices.
Monk is a class where a lot of the stuff just comes from the class, and
Yeah.
the subclass doesn't add a ton. There are other classes where like everything comes from the subclass, and like the base class is
The main options you'll get at like every 4
Rogue.
levels, you'll be like, do I get an ASI or a feat? If you pick a feat, there's like a lot of different stuff you can take.
Man, remember back when you had to go open palm to get stunning strike?
Oh God.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Remember stances? Everybody loves stances.
No, actually.
They're like a Pathfinder 3.5 thing, I believe, right?
Oh, never played that.
Yeah, they had a bunch of
Yeah.
stances. They were feats. You had to take them.
Feats you had to take. Yeah. Mandatory feats.
Basically.
All right, yeah. So since we are all ready, you guys level up. We are going to go ahead and say you guys have safely arrived at Axholm. It is about halfway through the second day of your journey. As you come upon the once ruined dwarven fortress, you can see progress has been made in terms of like erecting more defensive fortifications around the area and kind of like housing for people. Like temporary shelters basically have been set up. You can still see like the triage tent, as well as the guards like wave you through at the palisade wall that's been constructed. And yeah, you are able to re-enter the settlement, where you may do many things. What is it that you would all like to do?
Turn in the quest.
Oh yeah, we'll go to that lady and give her her lockbox.
Okay. Yeah, so you return to the merchant lady, and you present the lockbox to her. She examines it and says, "Yes, this is the box." And she kind of like grabs it out of your hands. Says, "I was worried when I lost this. I had a great sum tied up in this, and it would be a shame to see it go to waste." She says, "Thank you. One moment," and she kind of like rummages around to produce a pouch of coin, and kind of like hands it to whoever's there.
Me.
Your payment, as arranged.
I count it up, Brad. How much was it again?
You get looking inside. You can see that there are 50 platinum coins.
Oof.
10 each.
Ooh,
10 PP.
10 PP each.
And
not bad.
Yep.
that's a
You're
pretty
very
good
I
well.
suppose it was easier than fencing
A
the
lot of stuff down.
statue itself, but you know that's not being said out loud.
Something.
We're honorable adventurers, guys. Come on.
Yes, when it suits us.
Okay. You're very
Never-
welcome.
We never signed a contract. She word of mouth asked us if we could look for this random box. We don't even know this was her box. If we had just taken the statue, no one would have been the wiser.
You
It
signed
would
a
have been-
verbal contract.
Okay, fine. And I say it's like, very welcome. Please come again. Hopefully in less trying times.
it's- yeah.
But I suppose we are honorable adventurers in this instance.
Fiora, get yourself a
Why
boat.
How expensive are they, by the way? Longbows.
God, they are
They're actually like
They're
between 50 and
kind
100 gold.
of.
I think they're 75, right?
Bit.
Let's have a look in the old player's handbook.
They're 50 gold.
Oh, that's
50
fine.
gold.
And then like to get, arrows, it's like a couple gold to get like 40.
Yeah. I'd
How much
say-
gold to get 40?
Two gold to get 40 arrows.
Yeah, just pay the
Oh,
gold
that's
for
fine.
pay the gold for the longbow, and then like pay the 2 gold for the arrows, and then like you have enough arrows.
Yeah, exactly. You have many arrows now.
I don't usually bother making people like track ammunition and stuff.
Oh, that's good.
Do you really have enough arrows for that?
Yeah, you have fired 39 arrows over the course of this dungeon. You can only recover half of them. So you
And-
should be running out pretty soon.
Yeah.
That sounds very fun.
Have you
Rule-
checked
everyone-
your carrying capacity? You're carrying too much stuff, and so you're
But
moving
now-
at half speed.
Yeah, pretty much.
That voice is very
Incredible.
annoying.
As
Pretty sure that was
long
the
as
point,
this,
but
as long as this dragon is gigantic, now if it tries to fly away, you can shoot it out of the sky with a tripping attack.
Exactly.
After we have, of course, baned it, because we now know that Bart has banned.
So I suppose we should go and tell the council we sort of know
Yeah,
where
there's
the
like
dragon
that.
is.
Yeah, there's like that makeshift town council, or whatever, isn't there? So
Yeah.
I guess we'll go to wherever they like to assemble.
Council assemble.
Sure. What are you who are you looking to meet with?
Well, the council, the makeshift council. It's like what is Falcon, the medicine lady?
Yeah, well, Falcon, Adabra, a
All
couple
those
of
people,
the
yeah.
merchants, including the one that sort of enlisted your help.
Assemble, council! Yeah.
Falcon,
I guess,
Abra,
like,
Cadabra.
the question is, like, why are you assembling the council? Like, what is
Because
it that
we
you
must-
have to report?
we must report to them, but the time is nigh, and it has reached the point where the dragon will soon meet its end at my holy blade.
since when do you have holy blades?
I think the main thing is we want to know that we cleared out that there was a bunch of orcs at the one temple, right?
Yeah, that too.
And we made the lighthouse safe again.
That's not important.
Maybe. We destroyed the evil creature that was there.
Sure.
Yeah, but we'll
How do you-
sort of tag that. We'll sort of tag that on at the end as well. It's like, oh, by the way, the Tower of Storms. That's fine now, by the way.
But there's
Okay.
no light anymore.
Yeah, you might want to do something about that when you got some time.
So you you call for the council to meet. You report to them your findings at the shrine and the lighthouse tower, and reaffirm your intentions to go and slay the dragon.
We're doing it now. We tell them we're doing it now.
We tell them we know the location of its lair. We show we have an X on the map.
Excellent.
We make a copy for them in case we all die, and a mysterious new group of adventurers at our level show up to finish the adventure. We don't know
I
why
like
that
it.
would. We give
I
them
like
a
it.
copy of the map, Brad.
I don't know about that one.
I mean, but no, that we legitimately would give them a copy, but the last part was obviously a joke. Okay.
Okay.
Sick meme about us all dying. It's a sick meme that
you're all gonna die. It's fine.
became
Meme?
TPK. TPK.
We come back with playing Chug Seuss and I don't know Rick Fried,
Rick Fried.
Sasha.
Rick Fried. Sasha.
Oh my god.
Sasha?
Yeah, Farron. We put an F instead of a TH. No, what's your new name?
Austin, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Neither
Wait
do
a
I.
minute.
It's fine. We're just
Anon.
memeing. We're just memeing.
Are we playing a game anymore? What is
Yes.
Alright, but yes.
Anon.
We tell all the council that. I trust they're fine with it, right? They're not gonna give us any other like side bullshit to do. It's like,
No,
oh,
yeah,
if
they
you're going
don't-
up to the
they're just
Icespire
like-
Peaks, do you think you could do this for us as well?
It's like,
Can
no,
you
Like,
get
fucking
me-
hell.
You know, thanks for the update.
Can you get me
Good
12
luck.
polar bear asses?
Alright, get 12 bear arses.
We
Alright,
also
where's those
look
dwarves?
for- Yeah, our dwarves. Our dwarves.
Yeah, we also- Let's go get our dwarves and go up the mountain.
All right, yeah, you search around the encampment, and yeah, you manage to find the Dwarven brothers. Sort of, they have a number of like backpacks, basically like filled. You see like climbing equipment, kind of like strapped on, like supplies and whatnot. And yeah, as you kind of arrive, they say, "Ah, there you are. We were beginning to think you had passed away or something in the meantime. Good to see that you're still kicking about. Is ready to go fight the dragon." Crazy bastards.
More ready than I've ever been. So you get all the cold clothes and climbing equipment and all that good stuff.
And he sort of like slaps the top of the backpack. He says, "Aye, these lassies can fit so many adventuring supplies inside. You'll find everything you need to ascend the mountain. I'll give you a brief demonstration about how to equip yourselves with the climber's kits and how to use them. And when we get there,
I would say, yeah, they're come with us, right?
Sounds good. Wait,
Yeah.
where's that apothecary lady? Is she here?
yeah, she's around.
No, she's not. We left.
She was at the council.
Oh yeah,
How
but
many-
she's just around. Like she doesn't like leave camp. She's around.
How
if you
many
wanted to.
climbers kits do they have
Oh.
prepared?
I was
How many healing
gonna-
potions does she?
Yeah, I was gonna ask if she brought any healing potions that we could buy.
Yeah, she's probably got a
Or maybe there's like potion frost resistance or something.
Unfortunately, all she has are potions of healing. So
We'll take them.
Just
she
remember-
has 3 that she could sell to you. For half price.
Just
I'll
remember,
buy all
Sug,
3.
you have that potion of water breathing still, just in case you need it.
Yeah.
Yes, the potion of water breathing.
Potion of water breathing, definitely.
Huh.
I asked her to identify that while we're here. Is this potion of water breathing?
That is that right there. That is a potion of water breathing.
Great. Put it in my inventory still. Still there.
So Nona's got 3 healing potions now.
Yes. I'm buying all 3.
You're gonna
Damn.
distribute them out per chance.
Yeah, 1 to Theron, 1 to Asha. And 1 to me.
Okay.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Nice.
Yo, what the fuck? I've had one this entire time, Lamau.
Oh my!
How
thank
much
you,
for
you're
all
very
3?
gracious.
I also still have 1 potion of healing. I'm not used to
Half price, so 75 gold.
it.
Done.
Brad, how many climbers kits did they purchase?
Well, how many of you are there?
Okay, I need to get 2 more.
Are they just regular ass potions of healing?
Are you is this for the skeleton? Is this for the skeletons, bro?
Skeletons.
Yes, they need to have it too.
Can't you just resummon them once we get up the worst of
No,
the
I
mountain?
sure
That
can't
is
do
not
that.
how that works.
These guys, they cannot leave me for more than like 20. Like if they go away from me for more than 24 hours, they are no longer on the reins. They become
Wait,
off.
Drake, hear me out, right? Well, when we were in Axel, Brad said there's a lot of skeletons in there. Go get some more.
No, not right now.
We
Later.
could send you that up to 4. Come on, dude. Like, what's this bullshit?
I mean, I could. I guess I could, unironically. But then I have to get 4 climbers kits.
Yeah, just
question,
carry
how
around
heavy?
some more bones, you know? That's
How heavy
fine.
are the skeletons?
They're
Listen,
not that heavy,
Drake,
they're
think
skeletons.
of the action economy when we fight that dragon, man. Come on.
We'll save those for later when I have to replace these, which is they fall off the fucking mountain. But for now,
Okay.
Okay. Brad, can I just buy climbers kits for them? Is that fine?
The average human skeleton weighs about 20 pounds.
Yeah, they're very light. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, I mean, you can probably scrounge up a couple more climbers.
I mean-
you have to pay for them though.
yeah, I'll pay for it. It's like 40 gold, I think. So
Something like that.
it's pretty pricey, but I'll do it.
Can't we
6
just
fine
carry
instead
them?
of 10. I don't want to try to do that. If they could do like what the horse does and fold up into my backpack, I'd be like, yeah, but no, they can't do that. So
They can't fold up, unfortunately.
yeah, these ones are not the non-folding skeletons. I'll make folding ones next time.
That's unfortunate.
You need a higher
You know,
level,
you should
health.
probably address the manufacturers of that spell. They definitely need to improve it,
Yeah, for sure.
make them foldable.
Fucking Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah, Jeremy Crawford in his natural language. Come on.
All right. Yeah, I guess we're heading out.
Heading up the
Alright.
mountain.
Yeah, so you gather your things and begin to head off. So, probably, obviously, you know that your destination is over here. The best way probably is not to try to go all the way over and across the mountain. Probably the best way is to kind of go around a little bit and come from the hills to the north.
We'll take a berth around Fandolin.
All right.
What for?
It's all snowy and horrible there.
It's no longer snowy and horrible because the dragon is gone.
It's
Are you
just
sure about that?
muddy.
I don't think we've gone back there since the snow, have we?
You've avoided it every single time that you.
Yeah, we've gone around it.
I mean, you could go.
Mhm.
The shortest way would probably be just go like.
Alright, fine. We can go for
So
the
it'd be about
Umbrage
two,
Hill.
2 days journey to arrive kind of at your destination.
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right.
Every night, Lehman's tiny hut.
Sure. Okay. So as you begin to make your journey, the dwarves kind of following along as you begin to get there. The first day or so is relatively uneventful. It's marching through the hills and fields and whatnot. Occasionally having to stop to check your bearings and kind of navigate your way along. However, it is not a particularly difficult location. As you're kind of making your way across these foothills, kind of here during the second day, near the base, like following along closely to like the base of the peaks here, the dwarves kind of leading you around in this this mountainous terrain. You can see that up ahead in the distance, as you're like cresting over a hill, you see what appears to be this large like block of ice up ahead, just like frozen in place. And as you get closer, you can see that there appears to be this large, like prone creature, like trapped inside.
Whereabouts?
Does it look like anything identifiable?
You're at the base of the mountain. It looks similar to those large orc-like creatures that you fought back at the temple. The
Oh, no.
Swole Orkinsons, I believe is
It's trapped where?
we were called. It's trapped in a block of ice, like up ahead.
Yeah, okay. Interesting. So, my thought is, when they die, they're supposed to turn into, whatever. Goo, mist, a gem. Is this thing just alive?
I mean,
Brad, could I shape water to defrost him if I wanted to?
does that let you melt ice? If so, then yeah, you can slowly do that.
Hang on, I'm reading.
Can you
Like,
defrost just
or
the head?
Apparently, it doesn't let me melt frozen ice. It just lets me freeze water.
Freeze water. It doesn't let you do the opposite reaction.
Apparently, for some reason.
Now, if you had to control flames.
Yeah, that'd be a
you
different
guys
matter
notice
entirely.
like it is up here in like the foothills. It is quite cold. Obviously, like you are fine because you have the cold weather gear that the dwarven brothers procured for you. But it is like freezing cold up here. Obviously cold enough to keep this block of ice frozen.
Every night, you guys get a
Why
nice little
do we need
Lehman's
to
tiny hut.
bother with it? No. Why can't we just leave it alone?
We are leaving it alone. We're not touching it. You kidding me?
Yeah, we're not bothering it.
You see one of the dwarves like walks up like tapping on the ice and he says, "Ha! Look at that. Frozen like a popsicle. A fate they deserve, that one."
We had to deal with a few
Like
of those.
spits on the creature. Spits on the ice
Freezes
block.
instantly.
Right. Let's get going. I think the path up to the hold is nearby.
Aye!
Shoveling off, like, with his big, like, walking stick, kind of dragging through the now snowy sort of like hills.
Brad, there's no foliage grow up here.
There's sparse, like pine trees and whatnot, and some like shrubs, like some like berry bushes and stuff like that.
Would
but
fungus grow?
no.
Alright, Friedrich's in for a rough time of it, guys.
But I suppose you can try to scrub off lesions of rocks.
Nah, that's not. No, his mushrooms have to be in a specific type of temperature. The grasslands, some would say.
Yeah, mushrooms are more of like a warm, humid kind of deal.
Yep. So Friedrich's stockpile's not looking good.
Why don't you
How
go
long-
smoke a pine cone? There's a bunch of trees up here. Right?
It's not the same.
All right. So.
Well, tough luck.
How long does it take to get up to the mountain where the dragon is?
Well, I mean, you're not.
You'll know when we get
entirely
there.
Sure, yeah, you'll know when we get there. But I think as you guys are kind of arriving over here, let me give this text, quote unquote. You can now see, like, from the base of the mountain, like, way up, like on the side of the mountain, there is a large fortress that has been built into the side of the mountain. This like stone fortress that is dwarfed only by the huge mountain that it is a part of. It's high up, like kind of like you can see it like above, like the partially above like the clouds even, at the near the peak, and yeah, the dwarves kind of like buckle down, like put their gear on, and they say, all right, here's where the fun begins, and yeah, I think they spend maybe like an hour giving you guys like mountain climbing 101. It's like, here's a piton. Here's how to use it. Here's an ice hook. You know, you might need to use this. You know, et cetera, et cetera. Just giving you like the rundown of like everything and how it works and how this is going to work and how not to fall and die and drag everybody else with you and basics. Yeah, so they give it takes like an hour, this would be like you arrive at like night, so this would be like the following day basically, that they're kind of doing this like, so the third day of your journey you begin to ascend this mountain. Because you have enlisted the help of these professional mountaineers to guide you and train you in the proper techniques in which to climb a mountain, I am not going to make you do a skill challenge here. You are able to maneuver your way up the mountain with their guidance, basically buying your way to all the...
Does it mean we pretty much paid our way up the mountain?
Pay to win.
Essentially, yes. You have in a roundabout way paid to skip the hassle of trying to navigate it yourself. So you guys are able to successfully make it kind of like up the mountain, and eventually there's a part where the mountain kind of like levels off a little bit, and you see there's like a cliff that like hangs close to the mountainside, and you can see a trail that like heads up, kind of this like very narrow precipitous like trail that winds its way up the mountain, and eventually you can see up ahead leads to the base of the fortress. Now you're a little bit closer, you can see is split into two buildings. There's like the main like bastion portion of it, and then there's like a smaller kind of like gatehouse almost sort of deal, and the trail seems to lead up to that smaller structure, and looks to be the only safe way to approach it by land.
Does it look like anything we saw in our vision at the shrine?
It's a big fortress.
It does resemble the fortress that you saw in the vision, although you're looking at it from like
and
below.
Where was the dragon supposed to be located?
I was on the top of the like the roof of the larger structure.
Oh my god! Okay, it's just gonna be fun.
Did you only now realize it's going to be fun? That sort of fun?
Going through this fortress is the next level of fun.
Very fun.
All right.
Let's.
I guess we go. I guess we go since it's the only way.
All right. So at this point, the dwarves like they stop and say, all right, here's as far as we take you. You can go the rest of the way on your own, and we'll wait here for you. We ain't about go fighting no dragon.
Try not to freeze to death.
That's not
you sure? It could be fun.
I think we'll pass on this particular brand of fun.
Do you want us to bring you back like a scale or something?
Well, we've already got a bargain. Bring us back a nice hoard of treasure, aye?
Fair enough.
I doubt we can carry all of that, though.
If there is a treasure and a dead dragon, I suppose they could come up and help carry it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll come
Hey,
back.
Fridge. Yeah, Fridge would be like, well, try not to freeze to death. Farewell.
Yes. So, as you begin to trudge your way up the trail, can I get a? Let me drag you over to like the.
So how long
main
have we
page here.
been? How long did we have to scale to get up here?
It took about
day?
half of the day, like 3/4 of the day, to like scale up to this point. Traveling in the mountain is much slower than overland.
Just wondering how long we'll have until we need to rest.
So you probably got a few hours still till like sundown.
Okay. We got time. We got time.
So if you would please kind of arrange yourselves, we'll say the left is the front and the right is the back. Arrange yourselves as you would be traveling up this trail. And let me give you two. You have 2 skeletons now. 2 skelly bros. Bam bam.
Could have been 4.
Coulda.
Wait, sorry, my brain doesn't work. Which side was the front?
Left.
Left side.
Where you're at, you know, you're the trailblazer. Oh, I see.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'll be. How wide is the path we're taking?
It is 5 feet wide.
Okay.
So we have to go
I'll
in a
be
straight line.
toward the front, if not in the front.
I have the dragon sling sword.
Right, you can go first.
Exactly.
I
Clearly.
suppose I could be here.
I think it'd make more sense for Farron or Sug to go there because you can move a lot faster. But
That's true. There.
Okay.
Oh, snowy music.
snowy
Oh,
music.
besides, I'm immune to cold, so I mean.
Yeah, you are
know.
fine. Like. not
Oh, you've been
You
having
know.
a great time.
Yeah.
I'm like constantly damp, so Freeshake's just like got ice all the time.
Yeah, you've got just ice like building up on your skin. It's pretty pretty.
How do
Do
you
we know-
how do you skeletons looking? They just got popsicles and stuff all over them.
They don't get
Well, I-
exhausted, so like
yeah, they don't
the-
give a fuck, but they're like
Yeah.
probably like covered in icicles.
yeah, they're just covered in icicles. But
Do they have
Brad-
like snow beards?
maybe. Oh, icicle beards. Do we know how far away the dragon's lair is from the spot we're at currently? Like roughly?
So I mean, you could see the fortress. It's maybe like a mile or two, like following this narrow trail.
Gotcha.
the base.
We might, so we're probably gonna have to rest before we get into the fortress then.
Not really. You'll
No.
probably get there just before sunset.
Okay.
Let us go there.
Yep.
Very well. So.
Well, since we came all the way out here, might as well.
I mean, I suppose we came here to kill the dragon. We may as well see it through.
But what if
Here
the
to kill
dragon is not at
chaos.
home?
Hmm?
I mean, what if he's not at home?
Then we wait, and we can set an ambush. That's what we can do.
Weren't you supposed to be heroically swinging the dragon slaying sword?
I'm gonna do that, but the first swing is gonna be an ambush.
Okay.
No, okay, let's go.
So, as you approach, you can see the trail kind of like leads up to where you're coming in from, like underneath the like the main fortress that like passes in front, and you can see looking up that the front like wall portion of the fortress, as well as the smaller building, are just lined with arrow slits, like looking down over the trail. Cold and dark. You see no light sort of emanating from within. Icicles sort of like hanging down from them. It looks as though this fortress has been mostly abandoned for some time. As you're kind of like coming up the trail, eventually the smaller trail seems to like wind around the back of the main structure, and you can see there's a narrow stone bridge that connects the larger structure and the smaller structure. There's a narrow stone bridge, and the trail seems to wrap around and like go underneath it. You guys, we'll bring you in here as you're kind of like wrapping around the back side of the
Brad.
fortress here. Yeah.
Would I be able to roll a history to see if I know anything about this fortress?
Sure.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yo, aid? How much do I get?
Just at the base level.
Yeah, sorry, I was being. You get 5. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are. Let's drag you around. You're coming from the back, over here,
Coming up the rear.
in the rear with the gear.
Booty.
Man, I want to play StarCraft.
Yeah. So I'll drag you over here. You guys are coming up the trail, and we are going to act as you will. So yes. Why don't you guys all just preemptively roll me some initiative, please?
Preemptively, eh?
Preemptively.
You know,
I
just
wonder
in
how-
case.
I wonder how long it will take for this to come into effect, if at all. There's no guarantee it will, after all.
Yeah, we're just gonna travel.
Yeah, sure. No guarantee at all. No fights happening.
Damn, Asha, you gotta just one-up me like that?
Oh,
Yeah, look at that.
Uh, oh, unexpected. But you can go first if you want to.
I mean, we're on a 5-foot path with people in front of us. I can't really do anything.
It's fine. It's only a preemptive initiative.
I mean, I could
It might
just
be a...
Preemptive.
throw Frederick off and out of the way, you know.
True.
And okay.
It's fine. He's just
And
into acid damage.
basically,
He'll be fine.
for reference, like this side of it is going up, obviously, and this side is down.
What? Now? Oh no. I thought it was the
Are
other
we-
way.
Are we going real slow? Like, are we going?
You have to be a little bit like careful, but you don't have. It's not like difficult terrain necessarily.
Well, I mean, like, are we like walking 10 feet, piton wall, walk 10 feet, piton wall type of situation?
I mean, it's up to you.
That's the safest way.
It
It
would
just
be
takes
safer,
longer.
yeah. It
Yeah.
would probably increase
I'm
your
down to
time,
do
but-
that. We were just taught
Yeah.
about safety.
For the record, I am this whole time climbing up the path with, if assuming I have a hand free with the immovable rod in my hand
Fair.
and my finger
I mean,
on
I-
the button.
I mean, I imagine, yeah, we're all like tied up together because that's what
Nope.
you do, isn't it? No.
That's what you're
Never
supposed
mind.
to do.
Doesn't that just mean if one
Okay.
person goes down, we all do?
No, that's the whole point.
No, it
we're like
means-
anchors. If one
Ah.
person goes down, they don't fall to their death because we're helping.
Yeah, that's why it's a good idea to tie
Yeah, no,
each other up.
I have the immovable rod in my hand, ready to save myself.
Alright, well,
Valiant.
I guess we're piton walling it instead of tying each other up. Okay.
All right, so you guys have a rolled initiative there. This is fine. But for now, until it becomes relevant, we'll just act in marching order.
Hooray!
So, Friedrich, you are
10-foot
leading the way.
piton wall.
Okay. Very good. Is this just gonna be the plan then, up until?
10-foot piton wall.
I think so. I think the game plan
Yeah.
is try not to die.
Safety
So-
first.
Do a fucking rock slide.
Okay, let me move you up a little bit.
Oh, I would also like to go ahead and do this.
Okay.
On who?
Just in
Me?
case. Everyone but you,
All
as usual.
right. Non-telepathic relay.
Right.
Just in case it gets
Uh,
too loud, we can't communicate.
So, you guys come across an area of the trail that is scattered with rubble, and you can see up above you, Friedrich, like far up above, there is a section of the fortress wall that is like crumbled and collapsed, and this rubble is basically like covered the trail from there, like, fallen from there onto the trail, kind of collecting in this little kind of like basin between these two areas. It's like a valley that like cuts between the two areas upon which the fortress buildings are constructed.
Is it possible to traverse over the rubble?
It is. It's, very slowly, carefully.
All right. Slowly, carefully. 5-foot piton wall.
Okay.
5-foot
careful.
piton wall.
How far across is this, Brad?
It's
It's
up.
it's less across and more up.
Yeah, but how high up? It's like what? 30 feet,
It's about like 100 feet.
right? Okay, that's pretty high. Pretty high.
Yeah. These are pretty like sheer cliffs. Obviously, like perspective is playing some like tricks here with the way the map is drawn, but they're like
Yes,
pretty
exactly.
sheer cliffs.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's meant to be like a defensible fortress, and you're not just gonna climb up to it.
Watch.
Watch me.
I have
have
an
boots of
immovable
spider
rod,
climb.
and I've been doing salmon ladder practice. I'm ready.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can kind of like move yourself
If
up a little bit.
Nona is able to climb, she could remove raw and just cast a rope down to us. That could work.
I would not trust my ability to climb, even with these gauntlets.
Never mind then.
Alright.
I'm not proficient in athletics.
So
If I could
Can
park
someone
the
else try
wall,
and do it?
but I think we should probably just go safe.
I forgot
Mhm.
I have the gauntlets of ogre power. That's fun.
yeah. So yeah, Friedrich, as you are making your way along, are you carrying any sort of like a light source or anything with you as well? Or are you trying to like stay dark as you approach?
Well, how dark is it? Like dim light?
I mean,
is it completely
it's
dark?
like it's
Sundown,
getting
I
towards like
suppose?
sundownish. So yeah, and you're against a mountain, right? So like the sun is like being like you're like in the shadows of a mountain. So
I will use dancing lights, and I'll just sort
Okay.
of like position them forward so I can see like the next 3 squares in front
Sure.
of me when I'm moving.
Very well. So as you begin to make your way up,
Just one light on each of the next 4 squares, so I have a
Yeah.
path to follow.
so as you're making your way up, your passive perception is 10. Okay. Nona's is 12.
Not very perceptive, it's true.
All right, so yeah, Friedrich, you can see this is the area where it like passes underneath that bridge, like maybe like 100, 120 feet above you. There's like this stone bridge, icicles like dangling off of it. You're sending your lights kind of forward a ways, and you guys are staying pretty like close together as you make your way slowly. At this point, you're like you're not over an edge at this point. Like there's 2 like walls next to you, so you're in a little bit less danger of just like plummeting to your death because you're like cutting through a valley area. But yeah, as you're making your way, Friedrich, scouting out ahead, you don't really see like too much. But Nona, you're pretty sharp-eyed. You notice that underneath the bridge section, at about like chest height, as Friedrich's dancing lights kind of like pass underneath the bridge, like the shadow of the bridge, there's a very thin, like weird kind of like disruptive reflection of light that stretches across the trail.
Stop.
I stop.
Do you see that?
Strain my eyes.
You
Can I see it when she points it out?
She points it out and you squint and you can like just barely notice the like reflection of something like cutting across. It's about like chest height.
Would you say it's cube-like, gelatinous maybe?
No, it's like a thin line.
Like a wire or?
One might say it is like a wire or a string or something.
Ah. Oh, good eye, Nona. Do you know what this is attached? Can you see where it's attached to or anything like that?
Yeah, is it attached to like a? Can I see where it goes?
Now that you're kind of cued into the wire's presence, you look to either side and you can see it's threaded through like hoops like that are spiked into the sides here, and they seem to go up to like underneath the bridge. You lose sight of the wire after a while. You just kind of have to infer where they're leading. But you notice now that you're like looking up that there's like a stone colored like tarp kind of like underneath the underside of the bridge, and you see like a bunch of like something like rubble or something like gathered up inside of it.
Well, I guess it's
Like
easy
a
enough.
trap?
Yeah, I guess
Is there
it's
enough
easy
room
enough.
for us to just avoid it now that we can see it?
but
Yeah,
you
now
just
that you
duck
can
under it,
see
right?
it, yeah, it's low enough that you can like crawl underneath it. It seems to be about like 4 or 5 feet like off the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will just direct everyone how to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
The skeletons included, are they nimble enough?
Doc needs to relive about the skeletons, yeah.
I can tell them to do that. It's not a big deal.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll crawl under it, Brad.
All right. So yeah, you crawl under, you make it to the other side of the bridge. Now you can again see like these arrow slits on either side, kind of like looking down on the trail. Bypassing this trap, you kind of proceed forward.
10 feet piton.
Okay.
Under the bridge, not on the bridge, in fact.
Under the bridge.
At this point, yeah, again, you kind of like there's another like kind of like drop here.
But this part goes down.
This section here is it goes down to the trail down below. It's not a super huge
Fine.
fall, but it's a very narrow area to land in, so it's likely that you'll continue to fall. So stopping here, Friedrich, Asha, or Nona, backing on up.
Backing up.
Friedrich, you are kind of like leading the way, slowly but surely, and you get there, taking a step forward, unbeknownst to you, there is sort of like this pile of snow covering like along the trail. You step down and like there's a weird shift to the weight as you step down here, and you look just in time to basically see bursting out of the snow this metal-toothed bear trap that kind of clamps up like around your legs with a loud like clanging sound. Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh
Bear
my.
trap.
You better jump.
Okay, you manage to pull your leg back in time to avoid being stuck. However, the two metal halves, like reaching up like together, make this loud like clanging noise that echoes off the mountain walls. And after a few moments, you begin to hear shouting from up above, and you notice light begin to like sputter up here. And at this point, we are going to act in initiative order.
Oh, hey, Friedrich, watch out for that trap.
Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. It is time.
And
Yes.
so let me see here. What languages does everybody speak?
Awkward and
Common,
common.
Elvish, Primordial, and Thieves' Cant.
Chronic.
Draconic and common.
Yeah.
All right. Those of you that speak Draconic hear voices echoing from up above. They kind of like high-pitched in a way, and they say, "Intruders! They set off the trap on the trail! Take positions!"
And I
Guys,
suppose we relay.
There's people here.
This-
We gotta get out.
They're not people, maybe. They speak
mean,
Draconic. Do we realize
Okay,
which
there's creatures
language it is?
here.
It's kobold time.
What? Never.
Why
Brad, are
trouble?
you sure? Are you sure of a dragon sling sword when applied to the kobolds, though? Like, you positive?
No, you don't get to cheat like this.
I'm about
So
to
you-
take so many candles.
You stab Theron and see if it hurts her extra. And if she doesn't kill
Please
you,
no.
then you'll know.
Look, just because Friedrich shattered you doesn't mean he needs to stab me in the back, you know?
All right.
Only shattered him a
Because
little
just
bit.
because you got that kind of treatment doesn't mean I need to get that
It
kind
was
of
only a
treatment.
small shattering.
It was a
Yeah,
pretty
only a-
massive shatter.
Big
Only a
shatter.
little shattering.
He had to use his inspiration and not be shattered as much. All right, so we'll do what we can of
I
this
suppose
so
you-
far, and then I think we got like 30 minutes left. So yeah, we'll get through what we can of this. But yes, it is time for initiative, and so the first to go here is Asha. And you can see Friedrich barely dodges, like stepping out of a bear trap up ahead that was obscured by the snow. You have just ducked underneath the wire. And you can see your companions kind of crowding the space up ahead of you, and you can hear like shouting from up above, but you cannot quite see the source just yet. But it's definitely coming from this like building, like these behind these arrow slits.
To our right.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not even sure what I can do at this point.
I really think there's much you can do. The trail's pretty blocked. And I wouldn't recommend pushing past people.
And there might be other traps up ahead.
You're just ready
Why
a
does it
dash
look like-
action.
Why there?
Hmm?
I mean, why a dash? Why not an attack? A ranged one, maybe.
Well, you might not see anyone, and if like if you ready a dash action, then you can move after me, Nona, and Farron are out the way.
For reference, those of you that are down here, it's a little bit variable, the distance up to these parapets, depending on how far along you are on the trail. At this section of the trail where you guys all are, it is about 80 feet to the base of the building, and a little bit further up, it kind of like continues to rise. At about this point, it's about 60 feet up to the base of the building.
If you're pointing or pinging, I didn't see anything, by the way.
Oh, I'm on the wrong way. So this section here, like that you guys are along, it's about 80 feet up, and then like a little bit further around, it's about 60, and then like it seems to like the trail gradient kind of rises rapidly, and you notice there's like kind of stairs cut into the trail at this point that like ascend up towards the base. But yeah, right about here, it's about like 80 feet up to where the arrow slits are. But yeah, if you want
to do a pincer move.
Yeah, do you want
Up to
to
you.
move or ready anything? I'm just gonna wait for your companions to proceed ahead a little bit.
Is there any chance I can climb up?
You can try. You have climbing equipment.
And what saving or regular roll would that be? Strength?
It would be an athletics check. You have you have advantage because of the climbing kit.
With Asha as well, where she is, like, these both go up, so if she falls, she's only coming back down to the path, isn't she?
Yeah, that section is just like between the valley.
I'll try and climb. So that's athletics. Yes, I'm doing it at I'm just doing it neutral or at a disadvantage. Because I'm not proficient.
No, with this particular check, the proficiency doesn't matter for that. You have an advantage because of your climbing equipment.
14 then.
Good thing you had advantage.
Good thing, yeah. Yeah, so you begin climbing. It's slow. So climbing, you can move at half speed. This, in addition, due to like the iciness of the slope itself, is also difficult terrain. So you're basically moving at like a quarter of your speed. So you make it up about like 10-15 feet with that sort of check with your base speed. Now you can dash and you can go further. You don't have to roll additional checks. But basically you're moving
yes, I
quite
suppose
slowly.
dash would be my bonus action for the turn.
If you want to spend a key point, yeah. Otherwise, you can do that as an action.
And if I don't?
Well, if you don't spend the key point, you can't take the bonus action dash, but you can still regular action dash.
I will regular action dash and get 20 feet up.
Alright, yeah, so you make it, we'll
Slow.
say, about like 20 feet up. So you're now within 60 feet of the arrow slits there. Right, Nona.
I guess I'll just wait for Friedrich to get out of the way, I guess.
Okay.
Ready a dash.
We'll ready some movement then.
Can you do that?
You can, yeah. You can ready movement.
I'll do that then.
Sure. Friedrich, you are in the lead. You have just sprung this trap,
Yeah.
which I will reveal just so nobody else steps in it by mistake. There you go. It's there.
It's disarmed now, isn't it? Because it's already
Yeah.
sprung. Okay.
As far as you
Well-
know.
Yes, fine, I know, yeah. Well, I will 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh god.
Can you make a dexterity check for me as you're kind of moving across here at your full speed?
A dexterity check or save?
A check.
You know, I feel like it's going to be important. I'll just use my inspiration real quick.
Okay.
I also volunteer for recap at the same
Ooh.
time.
All right. Yeah, with a 23, you are able to keep your balance while still moving full speed across this this narrow trail.
Do I have to make additional checks, or is that it?
No, you only have to make the one for attempting to move.
Okay. Alright, that was 20, so 5.
But you do have to make a
30.
dexterity save when you step there.
Okay.
As you step into another bank of snow. All right, a 10.
I'm rolling so low. Come on, game. Bullshit.
This time, you are unable to pull your leg back in time, and it clamps around your leg. You
Ouchie.
take
Oh,
4 points of piercing damage, and
Ouchie.
you are trapped by this bear trap, and you are unable to move.
Can I use my action to free myself?
You can attempt to make a strength check to free yourself from the trap.
Strength check. Come
Yep.
on, bro.
Right over the bear trap. It's
16.
pretty good.
16, not bad. Yeah, you like wrench it open as much as you can, and get it to the point where you can like pull your leg out, and then just in time before it snaps closed as you lose your grip.
Nice. And then with my final 5 feet, 30.
Okay.
Does that mean I can move now?
Yeah, you can take your movement now. If you are moving at full speed, you'll have to make a dexterity check. Otherwise, you can move at half speed. You can move at half speed and it'll be fine.
If you dash
30?
but only move like a full movement, is that okay?
Yeah, as long as you're like moving half speed, quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like basically move 15, then dash for another 15.
Jack of all trades give me a +1 to my dexterity check. Does it do that?
Yeah,
I thought it was just
check.
skills.
It's ability check.
Ability checks.
Damn. Cool.
Your skills happen to be ability checks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Unless I miscounted, that's 30.
Sure. Right. Theron.
Let me see. And
Luckily, a certain someone's already sprung all the bear traps.
Yes,
True.
all of them.
All of them
We
definitely.
can always count on you to do that.
I think I was like over here, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, that seems about right for if you're just moving 30 feet with the dash to do half speed.
I could get one more technically.
One more. Yeah, maybe one more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you
Oh,
can go.
one more.
You can go further if you want to risk the dexterity check, but
No.
okay.
Besides,
so-
no notes that are also still on the path, so it's not really any
Wise
point.
choice. I can't
I
wait till the Skelly Bros have to make their checks. Just go down the mountainside.
I'm not making them dash. You crazy?
They're way too. They're just gonna be like the fucking magical weapon again. They're just not gonna actually move up to the fight the whole time.
So
They will always be late.
Speaking of a spiritual weapon, you should summon it inside one of these arrows.
Yeah, don't tell me what I'm gonna do to these guys. You know what's happening. You know what's
So-
gonna get.
you see a number of these sort of little dragonoid creatures, like sticking their heads up through the arrow slits. They have sort of like white scales and like a blue under scales along their bellies and whatnot. And they have short bows that they pull out and they fire from on high. So this one shooting at this guy can only really get Friedrich. Same with this guy. So 2 at Friedrich. This one at Nona. This one at Theron, this one at Asha, and this one at Sug. So we've got 2 at Friedrich, 1 at the rest of you. So Friedrich, you first, 2 of you.
I stand no
Bang,
chance.
bang.
I have the Dragon Sling Sword of Legend.
You get hit for 8 piercing damage.
Nothing.
Nona, 1 at you. Miss. Theron, 1 at you. Miss. Asha, 1 at you as you're climbing up. Miss. And Sug, 1 at you. I think that will hit.
That.
Mhm.
Will it?
4, 5. Against Sug it does, yeah.
Yeah.
They missed you.
And it's reduced to 2 damage, I assume, unless these are magical weapons.
Yeah, super magical short bows.
Every kobold has a magical short bow.
And then you see they step back in the arrow slits and out of sight. Sug.
Okay. I will go ahead and I'm going to dash, I think. So I can move 30, and then I'll go up here next to this bear trap. I'm just trying to do math here. Can the skeletons like go like if I basically have them go under the tripwire, but can they like stand here under the bridge like to have cover? Like, 'cause, like it'd be hard to aim at them from the arrow slits, right? Like here.
Yeah, I'd say they could probably stand there. This guy wouldn't really have like a great a great shot, but the one in front could.
No, I'm just saying to have cover. Like if they just like to.
Oh yeah,
basically
from attacks, yeah.
Remove them remove them from combat and hide under this bridge
Sure.
temporarily. That's what I tell them to do. Is like hide there. Don't go under the tripwire and then hide. Like, just
Sure
wait.
thing. That's their orders. Yeah, they will do that. They could even go prone so that.
Sure, yeah, they're prone. That's fine.
All right, Asha, you are climbing up. You're about like a third of the way up. I
Yes,
think.
and I continued my slow climb up.
Okay. Make another athletics checks for this round.
Athletic. Oh.
Okay. So, unfortunately, even with the advantage, you get to this section and it's a lot like icier than you expected. You like grab a hold and kind of like slip a little bit on the ice. You don't like fall necessarily, but you don't make any progress either. You kind of like spend your movement this turn. At least like your normal movement, you can still like dash and try again, but you'd only get like the 10 feet or whatever.
Another saving throw athletics?
Yeah, you can make another athletics check if you want to try to use your dash and climb again. Same thing, same advantage and all that. All right, yeah,
There we
you're
go.
able to make your 10 feet of progress.
I really want to climb, please.
You're now
It's a point of pride
30,
now.
like 30 feet up. Halfway-ish. Nona.
I'll just do the same thing as last time.
Okay, Frederick. You can see there is a
Alright.
stairway that like, leads up to a door up here.
I see that. I will draw my blade. Well, actually, no, I won't draw my blade yet. 5. 10.
Mm-hmm.
15.
You make it up to the
Alright.
door.
Can I open it?
Giving it a push, the door does not appear to be locked.
Alright. I draw my blade. I think I can only draw one with a free action, can I?
Yeah,
An
you
item
can only
interaction.
draw one.
Yes.
one per turn.
So it'll be the Dragon Slayer,
Okay.
of course. I draw it. I open.
Okay.
Part of my
Push open-
movement.
Push open the door. You can see that there is some sort of like stable building structure inside.
25. 30. And then...
I think you see.
I see that guy.
Yes.
Very well. I mock him viciously.
Damn, dude. What do you do to deserve that?
He shot me. Does his head
Was this
explode?
the one that missed you or the one that hit you?
It's one of them.
Because I do want to know, like, what you say to
All dragon people look the same to me.
Wow.
Damn.
That's what he says.
Wow.
That's the vicious mockery.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's the vicious
Okay.
mock. That's what I say to him. I don't mean it though.
looks significantly pained, but not dead.
Alright, fine. That's my turn.
Sure thing. Nona, would you like to move? Follow it. Nona.
Why not? I think it's Farin.
Well, she was
No, I
readying.
was
to
holding
move
my breath.
after,
Like-
yeah.
Ready movement, so.
Alright, I'm right behind you. Let's go.
All right, Theron.
How far can I get? Let me see. Couldn't I only get to, like, here, basically?
Yeah, unless you want to risk like moving faster.
Yeah, no. I'd really rather not.
Okay.
It's like,
No one seems
why
to
do I
be dying
forget
yet.
which one it was, like, as soon as I
It's
move?
This one. You can get like one square away from the door, basically.
Yay! Well, I'm right
Alright.
here!
So this guy, Freddy, that you kind of viciously mocked, shrieks, and you see he's holding like what looks to be a unlit torch in his hand, and like bolts basically back like around the corner, like where you can't see, and you hear his like scattering feet basically proceeding further. These guys. They appear at the windows.
To the windows.
Take some shots. 2 at Asha, 2 at Sug, and 2 at Theron from these angles. So 2 at Asha, Bang, bang. Second one hits.
Could she deflect the arrows like climbing?
Can. If you want to.
Yes, I can actually deflect arrows.
Yeah, you can use your reaction and what is it? A D10 plus your monk level.
Starting at 3rd level, you can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missiles. Oh, actually, I can do that.
Yeah, it's a D10 plus like.
Oh, plus
11.
Dex plus monk
Yeah,
level.
yeah, exactly. It's a lot.
D10 plus 6 plus whatever your dexterity like bonus is, which I think is 4 or 5. Yeah.
Dexterity. Let me check.
Oh, yeah, in that
you
case,
don't have
you
to.
don't even have to roll because you're gonna reduce it to 0. Yeah.
You just backhand this arrow, like you don't even care.
Can I throw it back? I think I can. Oh.
If you spend
to make a ranged attack.
Yeah, if you spend a key point, you can try to throw it back. What's the? I thought it had a range on it.
Counts as a monk weapon for the attack.
It's
oh,
it's
interesting.
2060. It's the same as like a
Okay.
thrown weapon.
Yeah. So it'd be a disadvantage, but yeah, you could try to like throw the arrow back at it. I will say that firing into the arrow slit from here, they have 3/4 cover, which gives them a +5 bonus to their AC.
No, not worth it. I'll save my points for.
But you negated the damage, so it's like pretty.
Yeah, you don't take any damage from that. So that was the 2 at you. Then we have the 2 at Sug. Pew pew.
1 hit.
1 hit for 4.
2 damage. Or 1, sorry, 1 damage.
1 damage, and then 2 at Theron. Pew pew.
1 hit.
1 hit. 4, 7. And then they
Sugus is like walking through these arrows while they're screaming.
small kind of disappear out of sight.
Sug just Sug's past caring.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's just like, I gotta keep the skeletons in cover.
All right. So that's them, and then let's see here.
How many of them are there?
All right, Sug.
Okay, could dash, move 30. That's what I'll do. I'll dash and move 30. Bonus action, I command the skeletons to actually, they'll stay where they are. Like,
Okay.
they're still within 60 feet. I can make them come here later.
Yeah. Sure thing.
Fine.
Asha.
I keep climbing. I have no other choice.
You've committed at this point.
Oh no.
So I'll be stuck there.
Okay.
Another 10 feet.
Another 10 feet, so you're now 40 feet. You're halfway there.
We're gonna kill all these kobolds, and I'm gonna stick my hand out to like help you in the last little bit.
The thing is, like, there's no way she can actually fit through the arrow slits.
No, there's not. But she can get on the bridge, right?
She would have to climb even further up, but yeah.
Yeah.
Over there, she could try to climb up.
I'm
onto the
very
bridge.
nimble and actually can dislocate and relocate my shoulders so I can fit through the arrow slits.
You do have giant ghost arms. All right. That's Asha. Nona. There's now some room to maneuver,
Alright.
and you are on solid ground, no longer at risk of falling to your imminent death.
Let's go. I like peek around this corner.
Okay. So looking around the corner, when you like look around, you can see there's kind of like this 2x4 like hallway here. There's a couple of rooms down to the south. The door of this one is open. And you can also, if you like look around the corner, you can see there's a door kind of like that way that is also open.
All right.
And I think you have enough perception to hear more like chattering noises from like this area. Like
From which area?
Shouting. Like from the south, basically. Like in
South. Okay.
in this hallway. But you do not see anything
Alright.
in the hallway, so you assume it's like one of the attached rooms.
I go like. No, I'll just go here and hide.
Okay.
I'll wait for someone else to be a pincushion.
Oh my god, they're like the kobolds.
Friedrich.
All right, let's go. It's
What do you
time.
mean,
Oh
kobolds?
yeah. I'll draw my second blade now.
Okay.
10. 25. 30.
Okay.
I suppose I will dash up to here. Well, actually, no. I'll stay where I am for now. I'll
Okay.
ready a vicious mockery if I see an enemy.
So from that position there, you can see that there's another door that's open over here, and I think you can actually like just barely see like what
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
I can
a,
see his leg.
yeah, there's a creature there. There's like some like rudimentary like straw like beds that have been like thrown together like out of like,
Alright.
refuse and straw and whatnot.
I will then not ready in action. I will cast vicious mockery at what I can see of him.
Sure. I will also say that both you and Nona can see that this staircase here is completely covered in this like thick black like viscous substance, and you can see that it's actually kind of like warm in here. There's like smoke that seems to be like pouring out of like these rooms, like collecting at the ceiling and like funneling up further into the fortress, and like kind of up along the ceiling here, and in between the smoke you notice like splattering of like something like brown patches like along the ceiling of the staircase.
Okay.
And the kobold will make a wisdom save, which it fails.
A -1.
Mm-hmm. They're not very wise.
No,
Theron.
definitely not. That's a whole new level. So what did you tell him? How did you mock him?
Oh, you skipped leg day. I can tell.
All right, Theron, you are up. At this point, you can move your normal speed. You're basically like at the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
I'd recommend drawing your weapons if you haven't.
I'll draw my weapons. 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4.
I think that's as far as
Pretty
you
sure
can
this
make it
was
without
25, right?
dashing. Yeah, because it would take two squares basically to get through Nona.
Oh,
so
true.
I think that's as far as you can get without dashing.
That would be 10. Could get to like right there, right?
You can.
And I'm pretty sure Friedrich just attacked someone, so.
I mean, you
Yeah,
heard
but
I'm
his,
like over
you
here.
heard his shouting basically, like his
I'll move like over here.
Okay. Cobalt City. So those two can't get shots anymore from there. So they're gonna do that. They like run up, see nobody, run back. These guys run up here. They can still see Sugg, so they take some shots at him. Bam, bam.
Ouch.
Hit with it.
For 4 and
and
5, so 1 and 2. Death by 1,000 needles. 2 at Asha. First one.
Well, they're shooting the healer, so it's a bad idea because I can just heal myself.
Those both miss, I believe. Yep. You managed to
Yes.
dodge both of them as you're climbing up.
AC 19. Oh yes, both.
These 2 are gonna do that. This one is that. All right, and then now you see fun.
That sounds like fun to me.
Fun.
By the way, why aren't they on the initiative table?
Because they're all sneaky, hidden in GM layer.
Yeah, the one that is holding the initiative is hidden in the GM layer at the moment. All right, so all these kobolds that were woken up after the traps went off flood out of these barracks rooms and into the hallways, and they are going to angrily attack.
Yeah.
So I think these 4 in the back are going to direct their shots at Friedrich. They have short bows, similarly. These ones are melee attacking Theron. All of their attacks have advantage due to their pack tactics.
Ah, yes. Tactics.
Tactics.
Let's start with the ranged attacks at Friedrich, all with advantage. Well, that's 12 points of damage.
Ouchie.
That's a miss, I think, against you.
The 16.
I have 15 AC, so
it hits you
no.
as well. Okay. So that one deals 4. The next one deals 7. And the last one is 5.
These numbers are adding up pretty fast, huh?
You thought the
Are
kobolds
you
were
dead yet?
weak and irrelevant at CR18, but in truth, they are the true threat here.
They really are.
Then
Who
these
did
ones,
these two hit again?
they're all
These
at
are all
Friedrich.
shot
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh,
The
right.
three-
There was another one for 5.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, yeah. 2 HP, baby. Let's go.
You're still alive, that's what matters. You've got this. I leave.
Theron, these ones all stab at you with daggers.
Yay!
Bang, bang, bang.
Ow. Ow and
They sure do.
ow.
They sure do all stab at her with daggers.
So 9, 6,
You don't have to roll max damage on
and
all of
4.
them. Thank you. There we go.
so
Thank
you take
you,
19
please.
points of damage total.
Sorry, I'm too lazy to do math, so I'm just typing everything into a calculator. Easy.
19
Console.
points of ice stabbed by daggers.
19 points of stab damage. Sug, you are close enough to the doorway now that you don't have to worry about the
Oh, good.
slippery slope, so you can move full speed.
Bonus action. The Skelly Bros on their turn right after me. They basically are going to do this strategy each turn where they move 15 feet and ready a short bow attack if anything appears.
Okay.
Kobolds. So they'll do that. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can see a single kobold, so I suppose I will toll the dead.
Okay, which one can you see?
The one next to Theron, right in front of him.
Okay.
This one. Yeah.
This one is uninjured.
That's fine. Be told.
Well, he's told. And
Takes
also
7 damage.
very dead.
Dang, these things really aren't very,
It just like all of a sudden like clutches
There's
at its
nothing.
chest, like
Mhm.
and, like spasms and kind of like dies on the ground.
I am the Dreadlord of Death.
Let's kill these ones. I wish to run up and butcher these.
These ones over here turned you into a bit of a pincushion.
That's
Which is why I wish to butcher them.
Asha.
I'm sort of embarrassed right now. Okay.
Nah, you've got this.
Question: when is my wisdom thingy versus strength is going to come into
You have
play?
to summon your arms to do it first. So if you don't have your arms out, you can't do it. But if you have your
You can
arms
just-
out, you can.
bonus action. Do that if you want to. Then.
And would that make my rolls any better?
Well, yeah, you'd be, instead of rolling at a +1, you'd be rolling at whatever your wisdom bonus is, which is a
I think it's 3.
+3, yeah. So you get an extra 2.
They may
do
be able to
I
get your-
slide back? Do I move up with this?
You're halfway there at this point.
Go
like-
away.
12 is enough
You
to
can't
make
turn
the
back now.
12 is
You've
enough
come
to make
so
the
far.
to make the check. So yeah, you do like make full progress. So if you're dashing with your normal action, you can make it another 20 feet. So you're at 60. There's 20 feet to go. You can get another 10 if you want to spend a key point and dash as a bonus action and get within 10 feet next turn.
You need to show us that it was possible.
And we also
No, I
can't-
will go 20 feet on my next turn.
Okay, so you get within 20 feet. I assume you're going towards like the bridge because like you can't fit
Uh-huh.
through the arrow slits. There's just no way.
Well, I could, but if the bridge is the more reasonable option.
No, like you literally cannot squeeze through the arrow slits. They're like super tight.
Like those
Mm.
castle arrow slits.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, good luck.
The arrows.
Fine,
can
I'm
fit
going
out.
to the
Maybe
bridge.
if you broke the walls with your arms.
There you go.
Okay. Right. Nona.
Alright.
Why go around if you can go through it?
That's
Am
that's
I-
a lot of-
Hidden? I didn't roll a stealth check or anything, but I did hide.
Roll the stealth check. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do an attack on that one.
Liz.
Go for it. That one is dead.
And can I see this one?
Yeah, I mean, you can peek around the corner. Just throw it
Okay.
that one. That's a hit.
Hell yeah. The butchery is coming.
He's also dead. Friedrich.
Notified.
Ah! Ah! I step over here, Brad.
Okay.
I swing at this one. Can't wait to nat one this. I could heal myself and be responsible, but I wish
Oh,
to.
look at that.
It is a dragon.
They are dragons, Brad.
They are not dragon type, unfortunately.
But the sword thinks it is. Like the sword's like.
It does.
Oh, I guess I should mention as well that when these kobolds die over here, they don't leave behind bodies. They like dissolve into piles of snow and like melt.
Ah. So they're maybe void sent. I've not seen them melt into snow before, but okay.
What you're telling me is they're not valuable zombies.
No.
No, they're not valuable zombies unless you can make snowmen out of them and control those.
Snowman. All right, yeah. So you, I mean, you crit.
Is he dead or is he still alive?
I mean, he's super dead.
Okay, cool. I step up. I cut the next one with my extra attack.
Okay.
Don't
An
know if that hits.
11 is insufficient. It ducks out of the way at the last second.
Alright, bonus action.
16 will do it though.
Hell yeah.
4 points of
Always
damage.
the bonus action. Yep, apparently I rolled a 1. Alright, cool. Help me, guys, help me.
He is still standing.
That's my turn.
Theron.
Why would you run in there if
Oh,
you're
shit, I
that
should've-
low?
Never mind. Because I wanted to cut it, alright? Leave me alone.
He forgot he was a bard that had shatter.
It's fine. I can make it in there. Can I step on the square?
Yeah, you can squeeze around through into there.
Okay, great.
Save me, Farron. I'm a fool.
You got the hit. Yes, you are. I'm glad you agree. By the way, since I can slash 3 times, does that mean I can use the +1 scimitar twice and then the normal one once?
Yeah, because you attack 2 times with
Hell
the main
yeah.
hand and
Yeah,
1 time
it's-
with an offhand, so you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
have the +1 in your main hand, attack with it twice, and the regular in your offhand.
That's what
That's
I
fine.
did.
That's fine. I'm just gonna hit the one right in
Another
front of
crit!
you, by the way. Also,
Well,
damn.
this one had 1 hit point left, and now it has negative 13.
Yeah. Yeah. Now it's definitely dead.
Super dead.
That snowball melts. You
The one in front
It
of
melts, it
Friedrich.
melts. Okay. Yeah, that is also cut in half, dissolved into snow,
My savior.
dead.
And then the one in front of me.
I love you.
There you go.
You should.
Oh, so you're betraying Nona now you love, and now you love Theron?
It doesn't take all you have to do is save Friedrich's life. That's all it takes.
I've always
Alright,
saved Friedrich.
so-
Let's be real here. Nona's always saved all of her asses.
Up and next is the kobolds. However, we are sort of at our normal stopping time here. So, before
No, I want to climb up that hill.
inevitably
Next time.
kill all of you with the might of the kobold army, we will call things here for today. And next week we will pick things off. James has already pre-volunteered for the recap, supposedly.
Please.
So
I
there you
required
go.
the inspiration.
Why?
Alright.
Isn't it my turn?
No, it's my turn. Get away.
Sounds like you got to roll.
Just
No,
let
I
him
mean,
do
I'm
it.
fine, but I'm perfectly fine with someone else doing the recap. I'm just wondering if I'm not, slacking off.
No, no,
think
it's that I
this
used my
might-
inspiration and I
Yeah.
need it.
If anyone's slashing off in terms of the recap, it's Nona, because she never does.
It is.
There you go.
So
Nope.
don't worry, you're fine.
Not
I'm
happening.
telling you, during the final boss fight, she's gonna use the inspiration because she knows she's not gonna do any recap.
She's gotta use it on the dragon, of course.
That's what you think.
Yeah, exactly. Saving
Yeah,
it for
and
the whole
that-
game.
And then Tosaka literally drags it out so there can be one more recap.
Mhm.
The final recap. Right. So yes, thank you for joining today, and we'll see you all next week. And